Live from Handel Stadium on the campus of Western High School, Pioneer Football is on the air. Hello everyone, Kent Bickel along with Justin Connolly bringing you tonight's Delta League contest and homecoming game between the first place Tustin Tillers and your Western Pioneers. With both teams possibly looking ahead to next week in the league title game in the case of the Pios, likely facing a must-win game to make the playoffs. Justin, what can you expect to see tonight's ball game?
You're going to expect to see a scrappy game. This is a type of game you got to come out as the underdog. You got to punch them in the mouth. You're going to have to hit them with the kitchen sink, and you're going to have to go at them head-to-head. And, what's nice about these kind of games, Kent, I really always enjoyed an underdog game when the other team I knew was coming out to run the ball against us. Because it's like, part of it's being ready for the football game, part of it's the study, but sometimes just strapping up and going at it like war, like that's the closest you get to war in football, is just like knowing a team's going to run on you, right?
Well, especially from a linebacker's perspective, you're absolutely right.
And it goes right hand in hand with us being at Western now, because at that time Western wanted to run on you. That's what they want to do. Wing T, they want to throw the ball twice and run the ball 82 times if they could, right? And tonight what you're going to get from Tustin is, a redefined version of that, kind of bring it back a little bit. Tustin, really heavy run team in its nature, in its history, right? But they do pass a little bit nowadays. They do have a lot of great athletes here at Tustin, a lot of guys with college scholarships, offers and whatnot, and guys that play local circuit and whatnot. So they're a really strong team, but no doubt, they're going to want to run the football. And this is the kind of game, as a D lineman, as a linebacker, you could really change the game by just being gritty and getting to your spot and playing fast, and as a whole defense, playing together, getting 11 guys to the ball. Because at the end of the day, when someone's running the football, it doesn't matter if they break a 20-yard run. You got to tackle that guy, and you got to get up and play the next play. And that's just been a lesson against running team, right? I played it against a running back who would go in the NFL as a linebacker, and this guy ran, and we held him, in a game you get 30 carries, and he broke one 30-yard run and ended up with 129 yards or something like that. And you think, without that one carry, we got him under 100 yards, and we bottled him, right? And they're just that good. But the best part about it as a linebacker is you come out of that game and you got to hit somebody 30 times, and it's fun. And guys like Alatorre, I know he's ready for tonight.
He's going to have to be, because they've got one running back we'll be talking about in just a second. Tustin brings, you talk about Tustin, how they've kind of redone themselves. Anthony Lopez in his fifth year, they're migrating over to more of a balanced attack. Again, they're still running the ball 68% of the time, but back in the day, they never even threw the ball. They may have thrown the ball maybe 2 to 3 passes in a game, maybe, but it was all that wing tee, run the ball. With big guys up front, they're just going to run it down your throat. That's what they were famous for. But with the way high school football has evolved, you're not going to do anything now in the playoffs if you're just a single-dimension team.
Correct. That's exactly where I was going with that.
Yeah, it's just, and Coach Lopez, to his credit, is making the transition to a little bit more of a balanced team. Still, they're not going to lose their identity of who they are. They're a running team, and they're built to run. But I'll be darned if they're not going to come out here and have the ability to make those throws that they weren't able to make back, some 10 years ago. They're coming to this game 7-1, 3-0 in league after beating El Medina 34-28, coming from behind in that game. We were following it last week, but they were able to come from behind, take the win, and take control of the Delta League with that big win over El Medina.
Yeah, and it looked like it was another coming out party for Xavier Guess. Even though El Medina couldn't keep that winning streak alive and couldn't get it done, Xavier Guess, everybody knows he's the real deal now. That was the talk of the town last week, and for us the week before, right? And coming out of that game, obviously Tustin Tiller stuck together as a team. We're able to get that team win. And I think it has a lot to do, looking back at their schedule, with the loss that they did take to Yorba Linda, I believe it was, by 3 points earlier on in the season. It was like 35-32, something like that. And you experience one of those tough losses early in the season, you're already a good team, and it pushes you stronger. The next time that you play in a tight game like that, that experience helps a lot. So, with Western here today, I think this is about keeping this game close, right? Because if you can be in a striking distance, Western's got, the guys to be able to strike and get it. But Tustin's going to come out strong, and they're not going to waste any time getting to it, right? Their motor starts quick.
Well, to your point, Coach Davidson in his 11th year coming in with a 4-4 record, 1-2 in league after beating Cypress last week, 28-22. Coach Davidson, what he does to his credit, they're able to basically stay in the game because they have the ability to throw the ball. And when you have the ability to throw versus maybe Western teams in the past that were just a double wing, you get behind it as a double wing team, game's over because you're not coming back.
Yeah, and I think that was a big point is like even the running numbers are skewed right now for Tustin at 68% because they've had some games where they were beating up on people later in the game a little bit, and you're going to run the ball more when that's the case. You're running the game outright. And secondarily, I think that they're very smart for continuing to throw the football, 30 to 40% of the time because you keep that engine alive for playoffs, and then you usually gear up, right? In your bigger games, you might throw a little bit more. Different games call for different measures, but definitely when you get to playoffs, you got to be able to strike a little quicker, and you can't fall behind by 2 or 3 scores and just be a running team. It's too hard to at that level to make up the difference.
Well, I was able to catch up with Coach Dan Davidson to get his thoughts about tonight's ball game. So here's Coach Davidson. Joined by head coach Dan Davidson. Coach, first of all, congratulations on your first Delta League win against Cypress. I had to be pretty excited about that.
Yes, a couple of weeks behind where we wanted to come, but at least we got that first one, and we look to add some more.
You've had a kind of a transition with, coming from where you were in the Orange League to now in the Delta League with everybody's pretty good, actually really good. You're playing against teams that are likely in divisions ahead of you, where in the past you've been playing in league against teams that were in divisions significantly below where you ended up. Talk a little bit about that.
I like it. It's almost like a playoff atmosphere, but all the teams are so well coached. Their players are at such a higher caliber, and so the expectations every single game is you got to come out and play really well, and if you don't, things aren't going to go your way. And it really started with Capo right from the beginning. I mean, that's a game that I felt like we could have had, and we let it get away from us. I don't know, going into El Medina, I think that hurt us a little bit, our focus trying to get how we were going to stop them, and felt a lot of pressure. And I'm glad how we responded against Cypress, but it doesn't get better. We got Tustin and Tribuco coming up, and every team's such a good opponent and well coached, and I'm looking forward to moving forward and understanding this league.
You got a real tough one this coming week again against Tustin. Pretty special running back. You had a special quarterback against El Medina. You got a very special running back. How does that change the way you prepare for this team?
Oh, it's a completely different thing because he's such a good runner, and then they do some other things. Their outside guys are fast and athletic, and then they have 2 different quarterbacks they're playing. They have a real big guy that runs power and blast right up the middle. Then they have another quarterback that can sling it, younger guy, and so it puts you in a challenge of your attention to detail, and they put them in the games at the same time. It helps us understand what plays might be coming and helping our defense, but at the end of the day, we got to come up and rally and tackle a guy that's one of the better guys in the county, and it's not going to be an easy task. They're really big and physical up front, but I like our chances to come back, rally the ball, and try to tackle him.
All right, Coach. Thank you so much, and good luck to the Pios. All right, well, that was Coach Davidson talking about what he had to say about tonight's ball game and what really he's learned so far about being in the Delta League. How it's quite a bit different than what it's been like in the Orange League, at least at this point.
Yeah, very much so. It's a whole big level of a step up. And when you look at the standings, the way it lays right now and the way the divisions play out, I mean, there's a spread there of Division 3 to Division 9. It's 6 divisions spread in the league. And I kind of thought that the spread would be a little closer since they kind of realigned the leagues. And obviously it didn't quite play out that way. There's a whole nother landscape going on here in high school football that affects those things.
Yeah, and I think what will happen is as we get further along into these different iterations, you'll have the ability to keep the leagues a lot tighter than they've been perhaps in the past.
And how often are they going to realign?
I believe it's going to be every 2 years. Okay. So it looks to me like we got the national anthem coming up here. So we'll respectfully close our mouths. And that was the Pioneer Marching Band with the national anthem. I want to give a big thanks and shout out right now to a few people right now. As Mr. Adrian Almeida, he's the teacher behind this great job they do at the Pioneer Press. Our lead producer, Angel Ramirez, and our cameraman tonight's Nathan Lewis. They're the ones bringing you these great pictures here from Handel Stadium.
Absolutely amazing.
You know, one of the things that we just realized, at least earlier today, was Vicky Tkach was a person that apparently got in Mr. Almeida's ear and said, hey, you know, why don't you put some sound to the pictures? And so we got to give a big shout out to Vicky as well for doing she's the person that put it all together.
Yeah, she gave the little hint. I think she may have been put onto it. She's going to tell us that, but I think she may have noticed that somebody else was doing it somewhere else, somebody she already knew.
Oh, maybe it. Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I've known Vicky. Vicky's been a big supporter of Western football forever, but when we came in, Coach Davidson came in his first year, Vicky stepped up and picked up any task that was necessary, as far as helping out, and she's just like a huge fan of Western. Son went here, and we appreciate Vicky. She's awesome, and she's won like all of our contests so far this year. So you guys better get in there and get some answers in before Vicky wins, goes 10 for 10 or 20 for 20 for the year.
Well, actually, Mike Cobley, he got in there as well.
Oh, he got one, huh?
Yeah, he did. Well, Tustin leads this series 14-3 after winning the past consecutive meetings. The last time these two teams met was in 2017, and Tustin came away with a 63-27 win. Tonight, you can expect Tustin to rotate their quarterbacks between sophomore John Yoney and freshman Aiden Edwards. Again, but the start of the show tonight for Tustin is going to be their running back, Emmis Esses, who's currently number 7 running back in the section, the southern section. He's comes in with 1,300 yards on the ground. He's just a load to bring down.
Yeah, that's one of those guys that when they get going, they're not going to want to stop, and you got to stop them early, stop them at the line. We're going to need good pressure from this D line tonight, and linebackers to play fast and physical, and the safeties that come up as well, because every so often it's all about covering your space, right? If you cover your space, you make the tackle and it's good. But against good running backs, if they're able to make a cut and get into space, you're going to have a tough time tackling them.
Especially somebody like that. Again, great. This is probably going to be the toughest running back that the Pioneers are going to face tonight, as both teams are behind their respective banners, getting ready to come through there to get this ball game underway. Tustin wearing their red jerseys, all red pants and jerseys with the white numerals and the black helmets with the block T on the sides. Western coming through their gauntlet of cheerleaders wearing their royal blue pants and jerseys, their home jerseys with the white numerals, white helmets with a blue block W on the side of either side of the hat. Justin, this ball game getting ready to get underway here. Big homecoming time for Western. And again, typically you wouldn't want to pick one of the toughest teams on your schedule to play a homecoming game, but Western certainly did tonight.
Sometimes that's the way it lines up,
Yeah, it does.
I've gone both routes on homecoming night, so.
Yeah, I thought you were supposed to pick a winner though. Isn't that the point of homecoming? You got to come away with a win.
Pushover team.
Okay, well, Tustin will be kicking off tonight. They'll be kicking from right to left, the scoreboard side of the field, for those of you listening in. For you listening in, if you have the opportunity to get on over to YouTube, this game is also being broadcast on the Pioneer Press YouTube channel from Western. It is the Pioneer Press on YouTube, and you can catch a live video of this ball game as well as our voice. But because this is a simulcast, some of the descriptions you'll be getting would be, you're going to be wondering, why are you telling us that? I can see it right here, but there's people on radio who don't have the ability to see what we're seeing in front of us tonight. Beautiful, huh?
Are you aware of NFL Red Zone when they say it's the witching hour?
No.
Well, it's the witching hour of the season right now. There's some crazy stuff in the air. We've seen a phenomenal win last night by a local team, and I've seen some other games go crazy in college and the high school level, big upsets. So, tonight the back is against the wall a little bit, but I hope these guys are ready to play, and I hope they got a good speech from Coach Davidson like last week and ready to run through a wall.
Well, Takanori Harris boots this one away, headed in the direction of Hayes. Hayes has it at the 20, try to get to the outside. He's at the 30, down to the 35. Nice return there by Makai Hayes. Makai Hayes last week busted off a huge 83-yard touchdown run to get things going for the Pioneers last week in their win over Cypress.
And Makai Hayes that time with close to a 30-yard return, and he was crafty with it. He got to the hole. He was able to make one tackler miss, and as he was trying to leap over the second tackler, he got taken down.
Chance Thomas leading the team at quarterback. 58% with 12 touchdowns and 1 interception on the season. Comes out with an empty backfield. 3 to the right side. Thomas straight back, looks to his left, throws complete. That's Rojas. He's got it left side, short. Actually, he'll lose a yard on the play, as Tustin was right on there to make the tackle.
Tustin was aware that Western was trying to run a wide receiver screen, and that time the receiver has to come back a little bit deeper than he'd probably like to catch that screen, and it threw off his timing there with his blocker. The other receiver was setting a block for him, and the cornerback was able to make the tackle on the wide receiver.
They'll lose 2 on the play. Making it 2nd and 12. Motion man goes, and that's Bunchy Young. Thomas has time, throws. Young's got it. And he'll lose more yardage on the play. He'll go back to the 27-yard line. He'll lose 5 on the play. So 2 passes, and Western's lost 7 yards. You don't see that too often.
That was tough. Just 2 guys out in routes going vertically, and then we had Bunchy Young in the backfield on the swing route. And Chance held the ball for a while trying to find one of those other 2 options, and it wasn't there. So he threw it out to Bunchy, who had a coverage guy on him and made an easy tackle.
3rd down, 17 for the Pios. Thomas back to pass. He's got time. Now he breaks out to the left side. Doesn't have anybody open, but he sets it and throws for Rojas, incomplete. And that'll bring up a 4th down.
And that time Chance Thomas keeps the space that he needs in order to get rid of that ball and avoid a sack. But it being 3rd down, he really had a bit of an opportunity to get to his receiver at a split window there, and he just hesitated too long and had to throw it away.
Tustin comes into this game with 26 sacks on the season. That compares to 8 by the Pioneers. So you can tell this is a team that when they get it going on the pass rush, they're in trouble. Well, on to try what's tantamount to a punt here. Rafael Rodriguez, a freshman who was 4 for 4 last week. Ball boots it away. Takes a bounce, and Tustin's going to just let this one roll. And the Pioneers will down it right at the 43-yard line. That's where Tustin will take over. 1st and 10. No score here in this ball game. Just underway here from Handel Stadium.
A bit of a high snap there, but the holder did a great job of getting it down. And, we didn't get a good kickoff there, though, Kent. I think it's something about messes with you a little bit, seeing those pulls in the background and just focus like kicking it like you normally do, right?
Yeah.
But that time didn't get too much power on that football. And got a lucky bounce at the end there that picked up 5 extra yards at the end, though.
Esses is to the right of Edwards. Edwards turns, handoff. Esses has it, breaks through the line, still on his feet, gets hit by a bunch of tacklers that you talked about earlier, but still is able to manage 6 yards on 1st down. Actually make that 7 or almost 8 yards on 1st down.
And that was Jaden Reyes coming in on the tackle. It looked like J.J. Mezqua coming up there as well to make a hit on the running back. And that's 8 yards on 1st down for Tustin.
Western definitely has to rally to the ball, similar to what they did last week against Cypress. Esses now lines up directly behind Edwards. 2 receivers to the right. Play action fake, back to pass, looks, throws. Complete downfield at the 20-yard line. Tackled there right at the 17-yard line. Big play as Tustin comes out up top.
That's Reyes.
Big play out the gate.
Reyes in coverage, and he makes the tackle. But, yes, that was a skinny post that they were able to connect on there, Kent, and it looked flawless.
Kerry Moore on the receiving end of that one. 1st down. Tustin has the ball deep down in Pioneer territory at the 17-yard line. Edwards sends 2 receivers to the left side. Now play action fake, throws to the right. And grabbed out there, but he wasn't able to bring it down. Throwing it way up there The intended receiver out there was Trey Brown. And it goes harmlessly to the turf.
It looked like Mark Williams out there playing in coverage on the far side of the field. Mark Williams, who's been impressive in one-on-one coverage, especially when playing press man.
Gustavo Martinez is in at running back for Esses.
He played the hands very well on that play, Kent. Knocked that ball out. The receiver almost had the catch.
Two receivers to left, back to pass, sets up throws, and behind the intended receiver, as Williams was in coverage there, and had that ball been up a little bit more, Williams is going the other way with a lot of green in front of him. I wonder if something happened to Esses because I don't see him out there.
Yeah, I don't think he got the carry earlier either. That was actually 25 who got the carry. Gustavo Martinez, the senior, out there.
Good eye by you. I just saw the 2, not the 5. Third down and 11 there. Two receivers to the left side for Edwards. He'll hand off and nothing doing as he'll get a yard and the ball's on the ground. It's going the other way is Western. He's at the midfield and more. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, 5, touchdown. J.J. Amezquita. Now make that Makai Hayes.
And that's Makai Hayes, the second of the guy with the hoodies. Amezquita a little bit taller. He's got the hoodie. Makai Hayes with the hoodie. And he took that one in with style. Kent, we seen that ball pop out of nowhere. We just thought we had a stop on third down. We see the ball pop out, and all of a sudden the whole crew of defenders is running together. You know why? Because they were all there together to make a tackle. So you do the right thing, the ball comes out, the right guy's in the right place, and you go running together to celebrate in the end zone and start this game with a lead. On defense, that's phenomenal, Kent.
I think Makai Hayes just got a new name, Big Play Hayes. Big Play Hayes with an 85-yard fumble return for a touchdown, as tacking on the extra point, his 5th straight, was Rafael Rodriguez, a freshman. So with 8:53 to go here in the first quarter, Western 7, Tustin 0. And that touchdown is brought to you by Procon Development. Procon Development is a full-service general contracting firm that's facilitated construction projects throughout the United States for the past 27 years. Catch them on the web at www.procongc.com. Wow, Justin, lightning has struck here at Handel Stadium as shockwaves will be going across the county as Western takes the lead on Tustin.
This is the time of year where some things start to click for certain teams. We've been working hard at it, and we haven't had one of those all season, at least not in a game we've called. Have we had a fumble recovery for a touchdown?
Well, one of the things that Coach Davison was talking about during the week was how Coach Lauderdale was having the guys, if they weren't hustling to the ball, he'd make everybody run. So he's blowing the whistle every time the team during practice was not running, and this is prior to the Cypress game. Well, one of the things we talked about was how few assists there were, because a lot of times Western's making solo tackles. In this case, you're absolutely right. Total gang tackling here, which is what you need in a game like this against a running back like that.
We're definitely playing up right now. It seems like we're excited for this one.
Approaching the ball, kick to the side, and high bounce again as they recovered barely by Tustin. I'm telling you what, this is incredible.
The accuracy, the amount of times he can get it to bounce, the way he gets it to skip high, like this is not
incredible.
Easy.
No, I mean, this is a freshman. He's able to get that high bounce. You don't see that kind of a high bounce in the NFL that often.
And that's the thing is the recovery team has to start to trust that he can get it to that place, and no matter how it gets there, just go be there and be waiting for the ball, right?
Right. Well, Edwards is in at quarterback, as does the running back.
Oh, we just had to use the timeout because we were missing a guy on the field.
Mark Williams pretty excited about celebrating that last touchdown. Oh, yeah, I got to go play defense.
Forgot he was a starting corner.
Okay, we'll take this quick timeout with this word from One Pro Plumbing.
Imagine a quiet escape. Since 1999, Lavish Skincare and Med Spa has been offering the best in corrective skincare, massage therapy, body treatments, full body waxing, yoni steam chair, bridal parties, corporate events, pamper party, and so much more. Located minutes from Western High School, go to fresha.com Lavish Skincare to get a list of all services, or give us a call at 562-461-0506. Imagine a quiet escape. Since 1999, Lavish Skincare and Med Spa has been offering the best.
10 Tustin. They've got it at their own 41. Handoff. Running into traffic, trying to get away. Breaks through. He's at midfield and more. He's at the 40. He's at the 30. The 20. Taken down inside the 20-yard line as trying to make amends is the running back who fumbled on that last play, and that was Gustavo Martinez. Big run there on first down.
We had him bottled up in the backfield, and then he made a second decision, broke it back the other way, and found a little split in the defense and was able to use a pretty good burst of speed right there to get going, Kent, and a good job on the backside of continuing to play strong. That's Bunchy Young making the tackle, a touchdown-saving tackle there on the end of that play.
Huge play there as Tustin looking to make the world right again. As you still got to wonder, where is Emmis Esses? Not sure they need him tonight, as that was a huge run. 1st and 10. Edwards play action fake, looking for it all. Throws into the end zone, knocked away. Nice job out there on defense by Mekhi Hayes. No, who's that? No, that was not Mekhi Hayes, that was Williams. Man, I need a spotter.
Matt Williams with 3 big plays tonight in coverage, right? The key to that last series and us getting that return touchdown. Also on that series, the key to that series was Mekhi Hayes, who started it off. Reyes started off with 2 tackles. So they stayed strong as the defense kept gang tackling, and something good happened. And we got to do the same thing here, Kent.
2nd down and 10. 2 receivers off to the left side this time. And there's a whistle to stop play here. And let's see what's going on. Officials timeout about something or another. Got to make a correction earlier. I called our lead producer, got his name wrong. It's Angel Vargas. He's our lead producer tonight, and again, is a guy doing a great job bringing up the graphics for our commercials and interviews. So, Angel, apologize for that, and congratulations on doing such a great job for the Pioneer Press.
Never too big of a man to fix your mistake, Kent.
Yeah, it's the thing about spilt milk. If you clean it up quickly, it doesn't dry. It's a lot easier to clean up.
We're only getting one name wrong in 20-plus years, or 15 years.
2nd down and 10. 2 receivers to the left side this time. Handoff. And still on his feet, but taken down right at the 15. But you can see Western's out there trying to strip the ball again.
I like that. We're coming in there and we're trying to strip the ball.
As Martinez picking up 3 on the play, bringing up a 3rd down.
Martinez really likes to run behind his blockers until he finds his crease, and then he likes to go. So that hesitation there is when you do knock a ball out from a guy, if you can get a hand on it. It's a great time to pump the ball out, and we had a good defensive play there.
Well, Emmis Esses is in the ballgame right now. High snap, and taken down. Oh, ball's on the ground again as Edwards dropped the ball, but I think that Esses was able to jump on it and save a disaster there, as now we got a 4th down, and we'll call it 13, back at the 21-yard line.
Yeah, I was just going to mention earlier the difference. Esses is a senior, the other running back's a senior, getting closer to the end of the season. I wonder if that has something to do with it, guys getting snaps and whatnot, but definitely glad to see Esses in the game, right? We weren't sure if he may be injured or something happened before the game that we missed, and he's in there running the ball now.
4th down and 13.
Or catching fumbles.
Or catching fumbles, yeah. That was looks like a decent snap. Went through his hands. 4th and 13. Edwards back to pass, looking to his right, looking in the end zone. Wide open in the end zone, but it goes incomplete. Flag comes in late from the side judge. We'll check this flag out. But Edwards well overthrown that receiver who was wide open by a good 4 yards.
Yeah, he put a little too much on it. He threw that ball like it was going from the 25-yard line, not the 20-yard line.
So let's check out this flag here. Looks like an ineligible man downfield against Tustin. That'll be declined, and Western will take over on downs. 6:43 to go here in the first quarter. Western 7, Tustin 0, as Western gets a stop.
This is exactly how we were looking for a game to start tonight, Ken. Of course, we would like to get a score on the board by our offense that first series. Didn't work out. Tustin gets on the field. Defense fights a little adversity, scores a touchdown, right? Turnover for a touchdown, just amazing. And then gets back out there right there and makes a stop on 4th down. This is a defense that's shown some grit tonight and shown, that you know, the pundits, even myself, may have this one chalked up improperly from the start of the game.
1st and 10 Western. They've got it at their own 21 now, going from left to right. Alatorre, deep man in the eye. He gets the ball left side. Actually make that, I believe that's Hayes. As he gets back to the line of scrimmage, maybe a yard on the play, and that's it.
Tustin's defense continuing to play stout as well.
You know, Western with a 7-0 lead, and that was their first positive play on offense. Who needs offense, right? Alatorre offset to the right. Chalmers rolling out to his right. Sets up, throws. And not sure if Bunchy was able to hang on to that. Let's see if the official marks him in. And I think he did. Bunchy Young climbing the ladder to haul that one in from Chance Thomas. 1st down Western.
That's what Bunchy and Chance share together. Good friends. They share a chemistry that's, transcends onto the field.
Western quickly on the ball. Young splits out to the left side. Alatorre to the left, to the right. He gets a toss flag on the play as Alatorre gets across the 40-yard line, but I would think they're going to get Western for some kind of movement prior to. We'll see.
At the time, Alatorre using the minimal space he has there to pick up some positive yards, but all for naught as Western is not able to get off the ball together.
Justin, one of the things I talked about, just at the start of the show was how this game might be one of those look-ahead games for Tustin, and it kind of looks, the way Tustin's coming out has that kind of a vibe to it. They seem flat-footed a little bit out there tonight.
Bit of a slower start than usual. Some of the guys got it going. Some of the guys still trying to get it going.
It's one of those sandwich games. You had this big game against Elmo, and here we go. 1st and 15. Thomas back to pass, sets up, ball's tipped, and goes incomplete. Looking for a Mezqua, but the ball got tipped coming in from the left side.
And we talked about that pregame that Chance Thomas would likely see a lot of pressure in this game. Would have to get rid of that ball quick, and that time he tries to get it out quick and it gets tipped. He's trying to avoid sacks, right? And Tustin's D's got 26 sacks this season. And for example, Western's defense, who's a solid defense, has got only 8 sacks for the season. So Tustin's doing a good job getting to the quarterback, and tonight we're doing a good job protecting him so far.
2nd and 15. Hayes has it left side, and nothing doing as Tustin was just all over that one. He'll lose a couple on that play.
And Hayes is going to watch the end zone film from that play and really wish he had it back, because he had a wide open hole down the center, and he tried to continue to stretch that one out right where the defense was at.
Yeah, it looked like he went right into a sea of red.
Yeah, he missed the wide open magic school bus lane that there was. But it's easier said than done.
3rd down and 18. Thomas trying to get him to jump. Looked like he almost did, too.
Yeah, it did.
He definitely moved, but apparently did not come across the line. 2 receivers on either side of the formation. Alatorre back next to Thomas. Thomas back to pass, straight back. He's got time. Now he breaks the pocket, and he's going to have to take off running with that, and down he goes. He'll lose a yard, and that'll be a sack because he'll go behind the line of scrimmage, and that'll bring up a 4th down and likely a punting situation.
And I just would like him, once he gets out of the pocket, to reset his eyes and try to get him back downfield to his receivers, because essentially there, it's you're punting if you don't make this happen, and you already got down in distance. So you want to give these guys an opportunity to catch the ball, especially some special receivers that you have out there.
One of the best names in high school football is one of the deep men, Montrevian Cushenberry, number 1 for Tustin. As that ball's booted away, low kick, bounces and goes out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. And that's where Tustin will take over. 1st and 10 at their own 30, we'll call it right at the 40-yard line. 4:14 to go here in the first quarter. It's 7-0 Western.
And same result as the last kick pretty much, but a much better kick itself. A lot of power behind that kick. And had it not gone straight out of bounds and maybe been a little bit over to the right, it would have stayed in and trickled right down to, probably the 5-yard line.
Well, this is one of those kicks that you better get it up just a little bit higher.
Yeah, I agree, or else it gets blocked.
It's going to get blocked. Esses in at tailback. He's behind, offset to the left of Edwards. 2 receivers to the left side. Back to passes. Edwards sets up, throws complete. Breaks a tackle. And ball's on
out.
the ground and picked up. Jaden Reyes had the ball, stripped the ball away, but there was no Western Pioneer there to jump on it. As fortunately, Tustin was able to hustle down, make the recovery. Otherwise, Western picks it up. That's the third time the ball's been on the ground tonight for Tustin, and well, that's just surprised to see that.
It makes you confident on defense. You know you can get them out. Once it starts, you know you love it.
1st and 10, Tustin. They've got it at the Western 44-yard line. Estes offset to the left side. He gets the handoff. Try to get to that right. Breaking a tackle and come in and make a stop out there. Looked like J.J. Amezcua. As he got out to the 40-yard line, goes Estes, 4-yard pickup on 1st down.
Amezcua, the type of safety who's not scared to come down and play in the box. As you can see, he was playing about 11 or 12 yards deep, and he's able to get up there, make a tackle at 4 yards.
You know, it seems like Western defensive backs are giving the receivers for Tustin a lot of room. 2nd down and 5. 2 receivers to the right. Estes gets it, cuts up the middle. 1st down and more, still on his feet, gets down inside the 30 to the inside the 32, down to the 30-yard line, while making the mark at the 31. 1st and 10, Tustin, is Estes showing his moves.
We're battling hard there on that set of downs, and they'll get a fresh set of downs. But yes, Kent, like you said, they're coming out and they're running the football hard, and they've got 2 guys that they want to get the ball in the hands as far as running backs go.
Edwards goes through his hands again, and he's running around. He's down. He's going to get tackled back at the 45-yard. Well, they're going to mark at the 43. Big loss there as the ball again slipped through the hands of the quarterback, Edwards. He's a sophomore, and sophomores are going to make those sophomore-type mistakes. As big loss all the way back to the Western 44-yard line.
And that sack was made by James Flores. I think we need to make a new feature, like the showdown sack. I don't know.
There you go. Showdown sack.
I get back to doing a sack feature.
Yeah, that's right. We used to do one of those.
Yeah.
It was a Paynees sack.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you like doing those. 2nd down, and we'll call it close to 20. Edwards back to pass. He's got time. Sets up, looking deep. The only guy down there is Williams, and he couldn't come down with it. 3rd down. Williams ran the route for the intended receiver out there. They were looking for Trey Brown. It goes incomplete.
And these guys know each other well, and I think that Western feels like they have an advantage in the cornerback room over these wide receivers. And right now they're playing bully ball, Kent. And while this is successful right now, you got to continue to play this way. I love the aggressiveness tonight, especially from Mr. Mark Williams and Bunchy Young over there. Both cornerbacks doing a great job, and then the safeties playing up in the box. Reyes making tackles and JJ making tackles. Bodes well for this defense.
Tustin's offsides in this play. I can't believe he didn't call it. Edwards sets up throws, and I believe he came back for the grab. And they got it at the 35-yard line. It's going to make a 4th down and 4. The wide receiver over here on the near side lined up offside and didn't get called. But after last night's Ram game with that face mask not getting called, I guess this is not that big a deal. They blow it that bad in the NFL. This is a nothing burger. But 14 was clearly offside.
And holy moly, they got some good food going here tonight, Ken.
Yeah, don't they?
Something smells amazing.
4th down and 4. Ball is at the Western 34-yard line. Trips out to the left side. Estes to the left. Back to passes. Edwards looking down the middle. Sets up and throws. Incomplete. In and out of the hands of the intended. And a flag comes in on J.J. Amezcua. Looks like they're going to get him for pass interference. But, boy, that looked like he was right on it. Next year we're going to have Mr. Almeida get an instant replay up here. So be able to get that on replay.
That was clean. He went after the football, and he got it at the point. I don't understand how that was a pass interference. But I guess I tend to struggle with this call.
Defensive guys are that way. Offensive guys that are excited. They're doing cartwheels thinking like they just did something good. But no, that was, to me as well, looked like bang, bang. I thought JJ was right there on that, hit that time perfectly.
I think
Maybe he had his hand on him or something. Who knows?
Every announcer has this thing, right? Tom Brady goes at guys that didn't work hard, and I like to go at the refs for their PI calls.
1st and 10, and Tustin. They've got it now at the 20-yard line of Western. Estes directly behind Edwards. He gets the ball up the middle. He goes, breaks the tackle. Now hanging on is Alatorre, hanging on for the ride for 4 yards was Malachi Alatorre reaching out and grabbing that white T-shirt, hanging out, which is kind of, I don't know how to do that.
Yeah, it's generally why we tuck our shirts in, guys, but it seems to be this style now where everybody wants to wear a skirt. I don't know what's going on down there. It's
exactly what it looks like, a skirt. And I don't get it at all. Not for a run. The last thing you want is to get something
not a running back or a
right.
receiver, somebody who's playing a skill position. That makes no sense.
We're winding down to this first quarter as Estes comes off the field. 2nd down with 6 seconds to go. Handoff, right side, taken down after a short gain, gets out to the Western 13-yard line, and that'll do it. That's the end of the first quarter. The score at the end of 1, Western 7 and Tustin 0. Now it's time for the Pioneer Shoutouts. The Davidson Clan, Randy Bowser in Lakewood, Grandmaster Flash in Las Vegas, Heil family in Whittier, the Rivas family in Los Alamitos, and to our remote sound tech, who also doubles as my lovely wife, Carmen. And to our sponsors for tonight's ball game, Procon Development, Run Pro Plumbing, Hansel Construction, Lavish Skincare, Elevate Health, Kino's Restaurant in Anaheim Hills. And Justin, you're up.
Kent, there's some wild stuff going on tonight in the Delta League. I told you there's something in the air.
But before we get into that, let's get into the first trivia question for the first quarter trivia question for tonight.
Okay, so Tustin High School opened in 1921, making it one of the oldest schools in Orange County. Which high school is the oldest in Orange County?
Make sure you email your response to westernpiofootball@gmail.com, or you can hit us up with a chat on the YouTube channel or on the MixLR chat app. Justin,
I totally lost my train
Get
of
us
thought.
up with, you're going to the update in the Delta League.
In the Delta League, I told you there's some stuff going on in the air tonight, some energy. Obviously this one's playing out a little tighter than people probably thought. And right now, Cypress is up on Trabuco 14-7. That's an interesting one. El Medina and Capistrano Valley are going at it right now 7-7 between those guys. So, and those, Capo Valley wants to get an upset this season. They definitely do. So we'll have to watch these ones closely as the whole league is playing tight right now.
Okay, teams switch ends of the field. The ball is at the Western 14-yard line, 3rd down there.
And in another game that just ended the first quarter, we got Edison up 3-0 on Mission Viejo.
Now there's an upset in the making there.
Yeah, that would be a huge one. Mission Viejo right now, honored as the number 3 team in this area and the number 10 team in the nation.
Yeah, that's not too bad in this area. Okay, 3rd down and 5. In at tailback, Gustavo Martinez. He's directly behind Edwards. Motion man comes right to left. Play action fake. He's got time. Sets up, throws over the head of the intended receiver, who was wide open on that. They were looking out there for John Yoni, who also doubles as a quarterback. 4th down. We'll see what Tustin decides to do. Whether they're going to bring in Ennis. Estes is coming back into the ball game on 4th down.
John Yoni has got real football size here on the roster at 6'3", 290. I don't know if that's exact, but he's a big guy.
He is a big dude, that's for sure.
He looks just like a lineman out there. He looks like a left tackle duplicate.
4th down. And Western takes its first timeout. So we'll take this quick timeout and get back to you after a word from our sponsor.
Are you looking for an edge on your own personal health, or maybe looking to improve your client's wellness while increasing profits? At Elevate Health, we have an extensive lineup of recovery products such as hyperbaric oxygen chambers, red light therapy, cold therapy, infrared saunas, compression therapy, and more. Improve your daily recovery today with the best kept secret in the market. Call Elevate Health now at 949-271-2013 or visit our website for more information, www.elevatehealth.com. elevatehealth.com. Are you looking for an edge on your own personal health, or maybe looking to improve your client's wellness?
Well, here with Western up 7-0. Esses directly behind Edwards. Turn, give to him, left side. He's got a big hold to the left side. Trying to get outside. Flag on the play. Comes late as Esses diving, getting close to the end zone. He stopped short, but where this flag came from, they're going to get holding against Tustin, and they do.
And Esses was running with a purpose there. That was a very impressive run, and I'm glad to have that one come back due to holding.
Well, a penalty got him down there, and that being that what we will call a questionable pass interference call on J.J. Amezcua. And now they get a hold that wipes out what would have been a first and goal type of run for Tustin near the 2-yard line.
It's a lot easier to figure out those penalties when they happen on separate plays rather than last week where 2 penalties happen on one play and they can't figure out where to put the ball.
That's funny you talk about that because, and looking at it again, it was clear that was a mess. It was a clear miss. Yeah, Western should have just taken 1 penalty. Okay, 4th down, and we'll call it 15. They got to get down to the 10-yard line. Ball's just outside the 25. Low snap. Edwards back to pass. He's got time looking over to into the end zone and knocked away, incomplete. Edwards there. Williams there. There's another flag coming in late. I'm not sure what that flag was about. Pass really interference. Oh, my. Pass interference against Williams, and I'm telling you, I don't see that at all again. Oh, my.
They got to talk that over, man.
No kidding.
That's ridiculous.
That'd be another bailout on a 4th down pass interference play. Coach Davidson's about ready to lose his lunch here on this. He is not
just
happy
like throw the ball
all.
up in the air.
They're waving it off. Okay. Officials talked it over, waved it off, and Western will take over on downs. Because I'll tell you, Coach Davidson might have lost it right there on the field. He got back with another questionable pass interference call. And normally, Justin, I want to be objective, but good grief.
The last one should have already ended the series. The series continued because of that call, and then for them to blow a call again would have been terrible. Both calls were, yeah. So, and it's the same ref who's playing that same area who's throwing the same flag. So, they didn't step on his toes the first time, right? But as a referee crew, if you see a mistake twice, I would imagine. I don't know exactly how it goes between those guys. I would imagine it's like, hey man, come here. Yeah. Let's wave this one off. We're, come on.
Well, good. They did get together and talk it over, and they waved it off. Which, if you're the coach on the other side, saying, wait a minute, you saw something. Why are you waving it off? Okay, 1st down, Western. They're going the other way. Bunch of Young in motion. Back to pass. Play action fake. Hit as he throws the ball's loose in the air, and oh my. Chance Thomas just got crushed as he threw that ball, and fortunately for the Pioneers, it goes incomplete. That could have been disastrous.
Well, it was a bit of a longer developing play there, and we're trying to hit Bunchy Young on the deep route, and Chance looked like he had the shot he wanted to take, and as he extended his arm to take that shot, he got hit from that interior defensive line, and that ball popped up into there.
2nd and 10. Thomas back to pass, sets up throws, complete. That's out to Alatorre, and he'll get to the line of scrimmage and not much more. As Tustin quickly jumped all over him on that one, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. Clock's winding here in the 2nd quarter. Western still leading, 7-0. 10:51 to go here in the 2nd quarter.
And it's the little details of the game that Chance Thomas is going to get better at over the years and over the games. But that time kind of telegraphed where the ball was going the whole play.
3rd down, and this time he got Tustin to jump. There we go. I think that's the first time he's gotten somebody to jump this season. We talked a little bit about Noah Giddens, and he's our halftime guest tonight. Really nice interview with a great kid. Terrible that he's out for the season, but such a nice guy. I really enjoyed chatting with him. But he was really good at getting guys to jump, and you can talk about it a little bit, but he really understands how to do that. 3rd down and 5. Trips out to the right side this time for Thomas. Motion man goes. That's J.J. Amezcua. Thomas sets up throws. Complete. Amezcua's got it. And he's got a 1st down as he breaks a tackle down the right sideline. and he gets across the 40-yard line. J.J. Amesqua with a big first down for the Western Pioneers.
That's one of them you got to like. Amesqua coming over on the crossing route as Chance Thomas rolls out. Amesqua gets open to the sticks. And as he reaches that ball across and the cornerback goes low on the tackle, he was able to break the tackle and then, get some plus yards on the backside of that.
Thomas sets the screen up the middle. That's Bunchy Young. He's got it. He gets out across the 45-yard line near midfield. He'll be tackled right at the 49. We got a Tustin player laying down on his stomach. You hate to see that happen, but Bunchy Young, he looked like he had a place to go there, but he got injured. So we're going to take a quick timeout here. Get a word back from one of our sponsors while we attend to this injured Tustin player.
Procon Development is a full-service general contracting firm that has established itself as a premier partner to several commercial and industrial businesses. Our company has proudly managed and facilitated construction projects throughout the United States for the past 27 years. No job is too big or too small for us. We pride ourselves on our dedication to a happy customer, attention to detail, honest pricing, quick turnarounds, and a superior quality, all of which provide our clients with a hassle-free experience. Procon Development is licensed, bonded, and insured to meet the requirements of any project. Procon has experience in the refinery industry since 1988. We are the ISN Net World qualified, and our team is trained on all safety requirements, work permits, JHAs, monitoring devices, etc. Catch us at the web at procongc.com. Procon Development is a full-service general contracting firm that has established itself as a premier partner to several commercial and industrial businesses. Our company has proudly managed and facilitated construction projects throughout the United States for the past 27 years. No job is too big or too small for us. We pride ourselves on our dedication to a happy customer, attention to detail, honest pricing, quick turnarounds, and a superior quality, all of which provide our clients with a hassle-free experience. Procon Development is licensed, bonded, and insured to meet the requirements of any project. Procon has experience in the refinery industry since 1988. We are the ISN Net World qualified, and our team is
down there. And you got to hope that he's okay. Justin, you have anything going on there around the league? Big exciting game last night against with a couple Alpha League teams going at it. San Clemente against Los Alamitos. That game, that's the first time, believe it or not, those two powerhouses have ever met in their history. So big ball game, 28-27, two lead changes in the last 34 seconds. What a ball game.
Two similar communities and the amount of pride that they have in their community, and I think that could develop into something special like the Battle of the Bay is. That game really means something to both those teams, and I think that this game, especially starting their tenure off with that type of game, right? It's gonna last in the souls of those players and those coaches and the lore of the school, and it's gonna be sweet to see those guys go at it every year. And a big shout out goes to those guys over there at Los Al getting it done on all aspects of the ball. Lenny Ibarra scoring a couple touchdowns, running the football. I think Jeremiah and Sean Baker getting a touchdown there. Receiving, and then of course the biggest play of the game came on special teams, actually two of them early on in the game. Los Al blocks a field goal to keep three off the board and get their offense back on the board, and then at the end of the game there, an extra point. And this is how it went down from my understanding. There was like 30 seconds left to go in the game or so, 31 seconds, and Los Al scored. Lenny Ibarra scores, and then somehow probably two huge throws or a big kick return. I didn't see it live. San Clemente gets themselves down all the way to the end of the field and scores at the end of the game.
Right.
And so, boom, you're literally going for an extra point to tie the game to send it to overtime. And you get Johnny Howes, who already had one block, come through and block it again. And great interview after the game by JP West Media, also by our buddies at oh my gosh, how am I blanking on this? Our buddies at Sunset Rewind had some interviews together with these players, and they interviewed Johnny Howes, and he said that him and Jackson talked about what they were going to do on the line. He's like, you draw this guy here, it's going to open the hole enough for me to get in and get my hand up and block this or whatever. And it worked out for them. That's high level football, Ken. It's disciplined football, and getting it done on special teams is something that you got to do 110% of the 110% effort, 110% of the time in order to make a few turnovers a year, because most teams are that exact where they can get the job done, and if you want to make a block, the margin of error, or the margin to make a block, is very small, and you got to be willing to risk that whole body. So good on them. What an amazing way to get a win.
Well, speaking of good, is thankfully the injured Tustin player was able to get up finally. That's Nathan Ixta, who's also the place kicker. He's able to get up and make his way off the field. Boy, that was scary times. He was down there on his stomach for a very long time. In fact, this whole time out was that player being injured, and thank God he's able to get up and walk off. So good for Nathan, and we're going to get back here shortly, as looks like there was a penalty on this play. And they'll move the ball all the way down to the Tustin 37-yard line. I didn't even see a flag coming in, but must have maybe some kind of helmet-to-helmet. But either way, Western's got the ball deep in Tustin territory at the 38-yard line, 37-yard line, 1st and 10.
There's likely a targeting penalty for one of those hits on Bunchy there. Probably the one that took the guy down, or the one that tackled him.
I mean, talk about insult to injury. There you go. 1st and 10, Western. They've got it at the 37-yard line. Bunchy goes in motion. Thomas back to pass. Throws. Complete. Bunchy's got it. Right side. 1st down, Western. As Western, with that offensive mind of Dan Davidson, keeps things going and throwing some stuff that perhaps Tustin hasn't seen before.
Absolutely amazing right there. You put your guy in motion who you want to get the ball to on the short side of the field. He gets a run at it. Looks like Tyreek Hill in that speed, holy moly, and runs a clean route and makes a 1st down.
Empty backfield, 1st and 10 Western at the 26. Thomas quickly out to Bunchy again. He's at the 25. He's at the 20. Still on his feet. Crosses the 20 down to the 19-yard line. Bunchy Young getting it going again. Tustin thinking they came up with a fumble, but play was definitely down on that one. Great play on 1st down there by the Pioneers. And Western's on the move. They've got it. 2nd down and 4 at the 19. Trips out to the right side this time. Rolling out to his right's Thomas. Trying to get outside, and he gets sacked. Thomas gets sacked. That's the 27th sack of the season for Tustin. Make it the 28th because they sacked him earlier. They'll move the ball back to the 22. This is where you want to see Thomas throw the ball away there to avoid the sack.
Yeah, very much so. You want to see him throw the ball away, avoid the sack, and avoid the contact on your body, right? You throw the ball away, then you either avoid contact, or if they make contact, you get a penalty flag.
3rd down and 6 now. Trying to get him to jump. Alatorre offset to the right as Thomas looks for the new play coming in from the sideline here at Western. Clock's winding, 8:35 to go here in the first half. 7-0 Pioneers. Thomas back to pass. He's got time. Now he steps in the pocket. He's taking it up front and holding the ball. It slides down right near just past the original line of scrimmage, the 18. It's going to bring up a 4th down and 3 there. You think Western's going for a field goal here?
Nope.
That might have been the easiest play to call ever. Nope, not happening. Nope.
It looks like Western will take Bunchy Young off the field and replace him with Jacob Taylor, deciding to go with an extra back in the backfield. And then they're going to roll back into the backfield Malachi Alatorre.
Alatorre and Edwards in the backfield. Handoff. Alatorre up the middle he goes. 1st down and more. Malachi Alatorre coming up big.
What an explosive run by Malachi Alatorre. A great job there picking up the block by Jacob Taylor coming in there. And some great offensive play calling going on right now in this game. And also great bursts from these Western players. They believe tonight, Kent. You can tell in the way they're running the football and also in the way that play was blocked by the offensive line.
1st and 10 Western at the 13-yard line of Tustin. Thomas back to pass, looks right, throws, looking for Amezcua in the corner. He's got it! Touchdown, Western! J.J. Amezcua!
And Amezcua with a huge catch in the corner of the end zone. That's a contested football. Mesquite goes up and plays bully ball, comes down with that. He says, it's not a 50-50 ball. That's a 99-1, and I'm taking it every time, baby.
J.J. Amezcua coming down with the rain on the dime drop by Chance Thomas, and Western adds to its lead.
12th in the nation, guys. That guy's the real deal.
Rodriguez on to try the extra point. Snap down, kick is up, and it is good. So with 7:18 to go here in the first half, Western 14, Tustin 0. And that touchdown brought to you by Procon Development, a full-service general contracting firm that's facilitated construction projects throughout the United States for the past 27 years. Catch them on the web at www.procongc.com. Boy, those people around the county looking at this score have got to be shocked as the Western Pioneers are putting it on the Tustin Tillers here at Handel Stadium.
Yeah, and this actually could set up a real interesting league, but we won't get into that somewhere in the second half. We want to continue playing this type of football with this type of confidence on offense and defense. These guys are out here tonight. Something's clicking for us. Something's coming together. A new level is unlocking.
Well, we got a trivia winner tonight. Cara, my wife, comes out of the woodwork with it, and the answer was Santa Ana High School. That she's absolutely right. Santa Ana High School was built in 1889. So, honey, you are the winner of the $25 gift card to Kino's Restaurant in Anaheim Hills. As the ball's kicked, onside kick, and taken, it didn't quite get that second hop that you're looking for as Tustin was able to jump on it right at the 48. But you know what they did? They did something different here. They came up and caught the ball before it made that bounce before midfield.
Well, it also came off the other side. He faked it like he was going one way and kicked it the other way. It was a creative kick, and I'm not mad at it. Like I said, Kent, earlier, this is the type of game you want to beat these guys. You got to throw everything at them.
Well, Tustin has it now on the Western 48-yard line. 1st and 10. Western up 14-0.
You're putting pressure on a defense doing that, but you're also instilling confidence in them.
Low snap, picked up. Estes has it. He's got a big hole on the right side. He goes 30-yard line. He's at the 20. Now he cuts inside. Gets a face mask by Reyes. Taken inside the 10-yard line. Face mask wasn't called as Estes takes it all the way down to the 8-yard line. Face masks are not called here. I guess it's this weekend. No face mask penalties.
And Bunchy Young there was in chase and gets almost screened or blocked by the referee. He's got to get out of the way. But Bunchy has to continue at the end of that play and finish and go make a tackle. Those guys come together, 3 guys there to make a tackle, a touchdown-saving tackle, and play the next play. You know, give yourself another chance.
Big 40-yard run there by Emis Esses, the star running back for Tustin. 1st and goal at the 8. Esses offset to the left. He gets it up the middle right and taken down as he'll get 3 on that play to the 5-yard line.
A tackle made on that play by Aiden Luna, the defensive tackle, coming up there and wrapping up the running back.
But either way, Justin, tonight so far is definitely a confidence builder for these Western Pioneers as they're going toe-to-toe here with the top team in the league, the Tustin Tillers. Huge confidence builder for these Western Pioneers as we're marching down towards 6 minutes here in the first half. Esses up the middle, he goes, carves his way, and he goes in standing up. Touchdown, Tustin. Emis Esses puts him on the board for the first time in this ballgame.
That's a tough one there for the defense to try to rip the ball out at the end, but Esses just effective getting into the end zone, making one cut, and had just the space he needed to go in.
Well, when you look at the size of the offensive line there for Tustin, you got a bunch of guys that are 300-pounders up there carving, making their way through, and ultimately that's the stuff that kind of wears on you if you're a defensive guys, but they're hanging in there right now. As Tustin looking to go for 2 here, as their place kicker was a person got injured. Esses gets it, tripped up, and he's not going to make it. He's short, and that is no good. And so Webster
right
hangs on, 14-6. What's that?
I got to take one from you there. That's a Phi Beta Kappa play right there by Mr. Malachi Alatorre. Holy smokes. He cut him short there, right there, and it's kind of the only way he had a chance to make that tackle. He was shooting in from the other side gap. He went for the running back, shot him short right in the shins, and the running back gets tackled. Right? Sometimes you don't have to make the perfect tackle, but if you shoot in there with bad intentions, it's effective. I think somebody knows a little something about that from your bloodline, Kent.
I think so, too. Well, he gets it from his dad, that's for sure. We all have it.
Big shout out to that guy, Grandmaster Flash, out there. Got to talk to him last night. That's Jordan Bickel. Another guy who sometimes just stormed in with bad intentions, and guys would just disappear, right? They got hit or they tripped. Good things happen when you come playing fast and physical, and Malachi Alatorre is doing a good job doing that as well for himself as a linebacker.
Well, Justin, the field tonight is looking a little bit more like the field that you would expect it to look. It's getting a lot more worn. It got a lot more worn since last week. I mean, looking right in the middle of the field there.
The little bit of condensation in this air in the morning and in the evening.
And there you go. Boy, Tessa's way offside on that kickoff. They got the flag. The guy was 3 yards offside on that kickoff.
Tustin just a little bit out of its wits today. I'm not sure that they're used to making this many mistakes, Kent.
Well, I want to say that the kicker's still the same. The kickoff kicker is still the same, so that there's no real reason for the timing being off there. But yeah, typically if you've got a new kicker, it'll throw your timing off a bit. Actually, yeah. Okay. Approaching the ball, line drive kick. This one's going straight out of bounds. It hits the cameraman on the side. Another flag comes in. The cameraman on the far side was taking his picture looking towards the scoreboard side, and the ball just hits him right in the butt. But Western will get it in great field position here to start this next drive. But the thing that you really like most about the last drive for Western, the offensive, their first offensive score of the night, was just the mixing up of plays. The play calling on that drive was just, he had Tustin completely off balance there the entire drive.
Yeah, there was 2 or 3 plays there that you haven't seen on film from us all year long, so you're not going to know what to expect. And they were designed plays to get the ball in the hands of designed people, right? There was a really interesting running back screen that worked well for us, and there also was that bunchy motion a la Tyreek Hill. Get Bunchy in motion, let him move forward as that ball's being snapped, and then boom, he's out 6 yards on the out route, catches the ball and turns it upfield. Made it look pretty.
Western's got it in nice field position at their own 45-yard line. 6 minutes to go here in the first half. It's 14-6 Western. Bunchy in motion. He gets it on the fly, trying to get outside. He's in trouble getting strung out there, and he'll lose a couple in the play. Here comes a flag in late as they're going to get Malachi Alatorre on a hold. Thought he didn't get him, but he reached out and grabbed him. Pretty easy one to call there.
Yeah, no doubt. And Bunchy slows that one up, trying to find a hole, but you're kind of better off probably keeping that speed going. Bunchy's got a next level speed. Keep that speed going and just run it out of bounds. Get what you can get. Try to get that corner and get 3 or 4 yards before you get stretched out of bounds, right?
Well, I think a new rule here in high school football this year was those holding penalties used to be from the spot of the foul, and that would just pretty much end the drive. And now those holding calls, they're only 10 yards from the line of scrimmage, so that'll just move them back 10 yards to the 35-yard line. First down and 20. We'll replay the down. 4-man front for Tustin. Play action fake throws. That's JJ's got it, and JJ is stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
That was set up and developed well. The play moved quick. Chance gets the ball out of his hands, but the difference is that play works against a bunch of teams, but Tustin is fast to the football. They play their spots well and play their areas well, and so it just wasn't successful against them.
Second down and 20. Alatorre offset to the left. Chance Thomas back to pass. He's in trouble. Steps up in the pocket. Takes off and slides down. He'll slide down right near the line of scrimmage. That'll bring up a third down.
Really tough there because all the routes were short routes, Kent. So as he gets the pressure in his face and is able to step up in that pocket and break down, there's no one to throw too deep like he'd like, and he just decides smartly to take it down, pick up a few yards, and slide. Protect that body.
3rd down and 20. Trips off to the left side this time. You're seeing the maturation of Chance Thomas as he's getting in. You're seeing each game, you're seeing him making better decisions, which you would expect from a sophomore, to get in here and start, get some real football going. Ball snapped low on the ground. Thomas picks it up, rolling out to his left, sets up and throws, and looking for Rojas. It goes incomplete. Fortunately, that was not picked off.
A great job by Rojas to go play defense on that one and knock it down, as that ball was erratically thrown at the end of that roll out there.
Yeah, we were just talking about good decisions. That probably wasn't one of the best ones there.
But he has a good coach in his ear, and Dan Davidson telling him what's up, and how to develop these situations and whatnot, in and out, day in, day out, week in, week out, right? So he's going to continue to develop and get better. One thing that I notice is that his fake count is very obvious, Kent. He changes the way he counts when he does a fake count, and on defense, you're not going to fool me if you don't look the same every time, and that's what Noah does well.
Rodriguez boots this one away. Rolls down the sideline, as you were talking about earlier, picked up. Rolling out to the left side. He's in at the 20, still on his feet. Now he works back the other way. And he's got some room. He's at the 30. He's at the 40. Flags are coming in. That one's coming back. As the return man is going to take this one to the house, but Western may as well just save their energy as Trey Brown takes it 85 yards, but flags are resting at the 30-yard line, so this one's coming way back.
Okay, he has no idea.
Celebrating, high fives, and sorry guys, you're coming back here.
Still fun to finish a play like that, right? But
yeah,
it doesn't count.
Yeah.
So,
but here's a situation that, if you're going to be critical of the Pioneers on that play, they really didn't bust their butts to get on down there to make the play, and they could have stopped him way back there as Brown was dancing around, picked it up dangerously at the 14-yard line, but he probably looked up and
slowed
said,
down like he wasn't going to cover the ball. It's like our job is to go play coverage. We got to go surround that ball.
Spoken like a special teams guy, Justin.
It was just one of those not lapse in judgment, just lapse in thinking for a second there. Like one guy slowed down and it kind of just went to 2 or 3 guys, and then he's like, well, you guys aren't coming after me quick, and this ball's still rolling right next to me, and now I can pick it up without any danger? All right, well, let's give this a shot.
Yep. Well, as it is, they've got the ball marked at the 25.
Make that tackle on the back end of the play, but just don't feel like we did enough there at the cornerback position to come up and make a tackle to start. We were kind of running with the receiver, just allowing him to block us a little bit. He had that arm battle going on, and once you see the ball coming your way as a cornerback, you got to come up and force that guy inside back to your other defenders. That's kind of where we lapsed in judgment there.
This is the second time now. He starts one way, puts his foot in the ground, and has a huge cutback lane. Estes again trying to cut up. There he goes up the middle again, and he's got a big chunk play there on first down. He'll be stopped just short of the first at the 30-yard line. Clock's winding, 2:30 and counting here in the first half. Western holding on to a 14-6 lead.
And Ken, that's the thing, as linebackers, we got to protect each other's sides, right? So, if you're going, we play in space together, we move in motion together. We keep our gaps similar, right? If you shoot somewhere, I got to cover your backside, right? If you shoot the backside B gap, I'm going to have to cover the A gap, right? There's different theories to this, right? And what happens is when he puts his foot in the ground and goes, there's supposed to be another backer there to hit him in the mouth. And when you're out of spacing because you're going with a quarterback fake, that guy's not there.
Yeah, that's happened a couple times now. Handoff up the middle, first down. As we're giving Estes a break, they're going to hand that one off right there to Gustavo Martinez. And he's got enough there for the first down at the Pioneer 27-yard line as we are under 2 minutes to go. Tustin takes a timeout here. So with 1:39 to go, we'll take this quick timeout here from One Pro Plumbing.
Imagine a quiet escape. Since 1999, Lavish Skincare and Med Spa has been offering the best in corrective skincare, massage therapy, body treatments, full body waxing, yoni steam chair, bridal parties, corporate events, pamper party, and so much more. Located minutes from Western High School, go to fresha.com Lavish Skincare to get a list of all services, or give us a call at 562-461-0506. Imagine a quiet escape. Since 1999, Lavish Skincare and Med Spa has been offering the best in correctives.
Okay. We are back live with 1:45 to go here till halftime. Western holding on to a 14-6 lead. Tustin will have it 1st and 10 at the Pioneer 27-yard line. Big defensive opportunity here for the Pioneers. Okay, Edwards will send 2 receivers off to the right side. Martinez stays in the backfield with him. Motion man comes, and there's 2 men moving at the same time, so that'll move Tustin back 5 yards. That'll bring up a 1st down and 15 there. You know, the flags, Justin, have been felt like they've been somewhat, I'm going to say even tonight. I mean, some big plays, a big flag hurt Tustin, big flag hurt Western too. So can't get too upset about some of the calls tonight.
But absolutely imperative right here that Western gets a stop on defense as Tustin's going to start with the ball in the second half.
Tustin's got 2 timeouts left. 1st and down and 15. Motion man comes from left to right. Rolling out, handoff going the other way on the cutback. And Esses has a big lane down the left side. And he's inside the 10-yard line. 1st and goal, Tustin.
Gotta love the effort on the backside of that play by Mekhi Hayes, hawking them down for the tackle.
You know, it's that back. It's what you've talked about before. It's that backside is not home there for Western at all. It's like they're all flowing to, going with the flow.
Over pursuing.
Yeah, and then it is just it's trouble because you got some wide open lanes there for Esses to run through, and he's fast as it is.
Yeah, I don't know exactly what you call that, but the play almost developed like a delayed trap play, and it was wide open. Like that guy had to run through a huge 3-lane highway there. 1st and goal.
Edwards back to pass, looks over the middle, throws, and I think he's got it. If he does, he stopped just short of the goal line. It's complete. Clock should be continuing to wind, but there we go. We're at 1:20 and counting. 2nd and goal from the 1 for the Tillers.
Gotta imagine Tustin's going to run the ball here since they still have timeouts to burn if they need them.
What's a shock is that they're not up under center when they're that close to the goal line there. Handoff, Esses gets it, dives, he cuts his way through, he goes into the end zone, standing up. Touchdown, Tustin.
And just like that, Tustin is scored twice in a row to bring this game within 2 points. And obviously they had their kicker go down, so there's a likely chance they're going to go for 2 again here and see if they can tie it, or we'll be able to maintain a lead if we're able to get a stop. So another critical play here.
Yeah, but as it is, what Western's done so far in this first half is, we'll just say it's remarkable.
Yeah.
For Western to be this tight with this team at this point says a lot for what's possible for these Western Pioneers, as we can talk a little bit about playoffs here in the next, here at halftime after the great interview coming up from, we'll have a nice interview with Noah Giddens as Tustin takes its 2nd timeout as they want to talk things over. So with 53 seconds to go here in the first half, it's Western 14 and Tustin 12. We'll keep it right here while we look this thing over. Justin, you've seen that cutback lane. It's been developing a few different times now, and you being an outside linebacker, what are the things you got to be doing here? What are the things what's going wrong here for the Pioneers?
Well, I actually kind of prided myself in my game of being that guy that was there, and it has a lot to do with playing alongside another aggressive backer. So it's a balance, right? You got a very aggressive backer. Well, you got to have somebody there who's going to be able to, when, that's going to go right 70% of the time, but the other 30% of the time, that guy's, especially when you get through, that guy's going to bounce it the other way or he's going to shoot the other way. And somebody's got to be there to clean it up. That's what it's called. You're there to clean it up. You hold your lanes, your tackling lanes, and you go clean it up for your other backer. And it doesn't matter if it's a delay, a draw, a trap.
You got to be there.
You have to be there.
Exactly. Okay. 2nd and goal from the 1. No, actually, they're going for 2 here. 2-point conversion. Either receiver on either side of the formation. Estes trying to get outside. He's going to be going into the end zone, and he's got it. 2-point conversion is good. So we are all tied up with 53 seconds to go here in the first half. 14 all here at Handle Stadium. Yeah, that's just, too much speed. But, to your point, where's your outside backer? What's he doing there? And it could be, again, he may have been blocked. I'm not watching it that closely to see where the bust was. But, a lot of these plays seems like there's guys not home that need to be home. And playing fast and, knowing your position like you know your name. You got to know your assignment like you know your name. You got to know what to do right at that time. And you can't hesitate. I mean, you guys always talk about, shooting, pulling the hoser out. Pull the trigger. That means you got to go.
Yeah. When you make a decision and you go right or wrong, you got to go because everything relies on that decision, right? The first one to pull the trigger, everybody falls in line behind that, right? And that being said, we've done a good job tonight of pulling the trigger many times, but the game's changing a little bit. Momentum's favoring the away team here right now. And, pulling a trigger type of play could change the whole game. That's how we got that fumble earlier. You make a hit, you strip it out. It's just that's how it goes.
Ball's booted away by Harris. Picked up, on the bounce by Hayes. He's got it, makes one man miss, makes another miss. Still on his feet. Nice return again by Mekhi Hayes. Mekhi Hayes brings some electricity to special teams as Western will have it 1st and 10 with 44 seconds and 1 timeout to go.
Impressive return there from Mekhi Hayes after looking a little bit like it could be a disaster there. That ball knocked off the up back's hands and then took a weird little bounce to Mekhi Hayes, and he wasn't able to pick it up the first try. He had to get it the second try, turn around, had some coverage guys in his face, and was able to find the space to go pick up some positive yards.
Well, let's see if Coach Davison decides he wants to make something work here or just going to take it conservatively, and they're going to hand it off to Alatorre, and he gets to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. And I don't imagine at this juncture, Coach Davis, at this point of the field, that they're going to put their foot on the gas. They're going to go into halftime and talk things over, but there's 26 seconds to go.
There's games where you're getting your butt kicked and you go in at half and the coach tells you it's 0-0, guys. Yeah. Go win the second half. But today's game,
it is 0-0.
It's 0-0 at half.
14-14, 0-0, same thing. Thomas back to pass. Rolling out. He's being chased and slides down, inbounds, takes a hit. Thomas looks over at the player that ran over him. But, to your point, those are where you don't want to take those kind of hits.
It's surprising they didn't flag that play because he very obviously gave himself up and slid, and he still took contact to the head.
Okay, well, 000's on the scoreboard. That's the end of the first half here from Handle Stadium. The score, Western 14, Tustin 14. We're going to come take a quick time out here with some sponsors and come back with an interview with senior quarterback Noah Giddens. We are joined by senior quarterback and safety Noah Giddens. Noah, thank you so much for joining us. How you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Are you looking for an edge on your own personal health or maybe looking to improve your client's wellness while increasing profits? At Elevate Health, we have an extensive lineup of recovery products such as hyperbaric oxygen chambers, red light therapy, cold therapy, infrared saunas, compression therapy, and more. Improve your daily recovery today with the best kept secret in the market. Call Elevate Health now at 949-271-2013 or visit our website for more information, www.elevatehealth.com. Are you looking for an edge on your own personal health or maybe looking to improve your client's wellness while increasing profits? At Elevate Health, we have an extensive lineup of recovery products such as hyperbaric oxygen chambers, red light therapy, cold therapy, infrared saunas, compression therapy, and more. Improve your daily recovery today with the best kept secret in the market. Call Elevate Health now at 949-271-2013 or visit our website for more information, www.elevatehealth.com. Are you looking for an edge on your own personal health or maybe looking to improve your client's wellness while increasing profits? At Elevate Health, we have an extensive lineup of recovery products such as...
And we are back live here at Handle Stadium as we're getting ready to do homecoming festivities here at Handle. Always a fun time to go through this stuff during the senior year. You see the homecoming court coming around in the vehicles and off on the track in the far side and coming out, and they'll end up right here in front of us, where the stands will get ready to show all the different folks from the court. Well, we want to go right now to the interview with Noah Giddens, if we can get that queued up over there. So here's Noah Giddens.
We are joined by senior quarterback and safety Noah Giddens. Noah, thank you so much for joining us. How you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I saw that throughout when you came on as a backup, you had to fill in for Chance Thomas at the very beginning there. What was that mindset like? What were you going through? First at the LaSalle game, that was a tough game, tough opponent, and you got thrown into the fire there without really working. Talk to me about that.
I knew that I wasn't going to be playing quarterback against LaSalle because I knew like when we were practicing, Chance always had most of the reps. I was kind of splitting it here and there, but it was mostly for just Chance, just to get a little break. And I would be on defense. My main goal was just to practice for like our defensive plan and our schemes against LaSalle's offense. And I do be working on offense sometimes.
So when you got to actually come into the game for the game itself, what was it like? Did you feel overwhelmed? Did you feel like, wow, this is big time? What did it feel like?
Yeah, because it was just so early, like the way he kind of got hurt, the way it happened so quick into the game. I wasn't really prepared myself. I feel like I could have done way better than what I done against LaSalle.
So then you got a week to prepare. And again, typical like any other backup quarterback, when you get starter reps, it's a whole different animal. When you came into the La Mirada game, talk about the difference when you were ready to go.
Yeah, against La Mirada, I was kind of feeling it. Like after when we first scored, I tried getting a momentum going. After that, like after halftime, it was 21-14 or so. And then after that, it was just all gas, no brakes. I just kept going after that. And I threw for like 287.
Well, you certainly put up a lot of big numbers just in the rest of the games. By what game did you feel like I already got this? I'm ready to go the rest of the year as a starter.
It was definitely El Toro. I feel like I had more protection from my team, and I feel like I worked like way more at quarterback like during practice because I wasn't doing any type of defensive reps. I feel like I was just ready to go against El Toro and moving forward from there when we played against Banning too.
Your numbers against some pretty decent teams there ended up you being number 2 in the state with your yards. That doesn't happen with a backup quarterback. At what point were you feeling like, wow, I can do this?
I've always never really been paying attention to the numbers like that. I just been going. I knew ever since like last year. I've known my plays. I've always been executing like the offense the way I have like my sophomore year, my junior year, working up to this year.
Taking over in a leadership role, you had a lot of support from some of the guys that you'd played with before over the years. You've played with them since Pop Warner. Tell me about those guys that really had your back.
Oh yeah, JJ and Malachi, those guys, they've always had my back ever since Pop Warner, since we were like 8 years old. And ever since now, they've still been with me, even with my injury and stuff.
Talk to me a little bit about the relationship with you and JJ. It seemed like you guys didn't miss a beat with the kind of passes you were making, especially like the thing that's probably the most special route is that quick out. The speed out you guys run. I don't know if you realize how tough that pass is to throw, but you guys are making it like it was all day long.
That throw, that's an everyday throw. We get that all the time. Me and JJ, we always worked our freshman year, sophomore year, junior year, and now every day after practice, we've always been working. And that route, that's just bread and butter.
Well, Noah, you're looking forward to next year as this season's ended, on a short notice for you. Talk to me a little bit about what your plans are going forward.
Plans going forward, I'm just trying to play at the next level no matter what. I just want to go to college and just make my family proud. That's about it.
All right, Noah, thank you so much for joining me, and best of luck to you.
Yeah, appreciate it. Thank you.
Well, that was Noah Giddens giving his perspective of what it's been like. First of all, coming into the game as a backup quarterback and then doing an incredible job. He's number 2 in the nation. Number 2 in the state in his passing yards in mop-up duty. So he goes, what a great job by Noah to coming in when the team really needed him.
There's some Joe Flacco in that guy, just like the best guy to have come in there and run that offense for us to start the year when Chance went down, unfortunately. Chance, super athletic guy, but he goes down and I freaked out, like, man, we're going to be in a real tough spot. And Noah just picked it up and controlled the offense like a good quarterback does.
Well, we've got homecoming ceremonies going on here right now at Handel Stadium. And I'll tell you something, I haven't seen a homecoming court quite that big. Being Hispanic, we used to have these things called the quinceañera where you have like incredible amount of people that were all part of the party, and this is what you got going on tonight here at homecoming. It's outstanding to see. It's just great to have more people involved in it, and you see the excitement of the students. It's a lot of fun.
There's $250,000 of cars on the track right now.
Look at that car down there. My gosh.
Look,
wow.
There's 4 more of them too.
I know, and these are big time cars that they got. Man.
All right, now update in the league. Trabuco ended up running out on Cypress 28-14 right now, and it's still 14-14 for El Medina and Capo Valley.
Yeah, it's going to be a ball game. Capo Valley is able to pull the upset there. They'll be playing Tustin next week for the championship. Again, that's one of those win or lose games. If Tustin loses tonight, it doesn't matter. They're playing next week for the championship.
And over there in the Alpha League, we got Mission Viejo up on Edison 21-10.
And the world is becoming right for Mission Viejo.
Leveling out a little bit.
Yeah, okay. That is another nice car there, Justin. Man. Is that the kind of car you drove in high school?
Yeah, right.
Not exactly, huh? Man, homecoming takes you back, doesn't it? Homecoming's been going around forever in high school football or just in high schools, and it's one of those rites of passage, one of those things that you always remember. My older sister was a homecoming queen back at Livingston High School in, I want to say 1970, maybe earlier than that. I think 1970 she was a homecoming queen there. So
in my junior year, I got to stand up there in my jersey because I was voted to the homecoming court or whatever.
Really?
Yeah. My freshman and my junior year.
I'm impressed.
Yeah.
Everybody likes Justin.
Well, no, it wasn't that they liked me. I just had a really popular girlfriend. I still was kind of a, I was a little bit of an acquired taste, how we like to say that.
Oh, that is funny. Had a popular girlfriend. Well,
social butterfly.
There you go.
That'll help you out.
Part right.
I was just solid enough to fit the mold to be able to do it, where it didn't affect her campaign, but it probably didn't help her campaign.
Did she
either.
win?
Yeah, she won like all 4 years.
Oh wow, you got the right girlfriend.
I didn't. I won with her once, freshman year, and I didn't win junior year. So, and she won with another guy the other years. So maybe I was the weakest link.
Well, at least you got it. You got an at bat, Justin. You got to be out there, and everybody remembers you. I'm sure.
Yeah, right.
That was the thing. As another great-looking car comes pulling up. These are really. What kind of car is that? It's like a.
It's a Camaro, I think.
Is it? God, that is slick. Wow.
Like, where did these come from?
I want one of those. Well, those are nice. I drive a Honda. I think I'm changing my mind. I like this a little bit more. I just love this tradition. You know, not all the schools can do this where they can drive around in the field. But I remember Western. You know, we being here for a Western Cypress or a Western game a while back and seeing this. I think it's the greatest. You know, I think Cypress used to do this kind of thing right here in this field too, because you can do it. You know, you got a dirt field that you're not going to. Nobody's going to get worried about driving, you know, messing up the track with these those new track fields. But wow, these are slick cars. Wow. As you know, you got a nice tight shot there of the homecoming court. Got a good cameraman over here. I think he's a teacher. You know,
I think they need to put that other camera on us for pregame though.
No, we definitely have a face for radio. At least this guy does. No, that's one of the things that they were working on pre-game. He being the Pioneer Press, they were working on an on-field camera. We might even be able to roll that out next week. We figure out how to integrate that, as this whole announcers and game game experience here for Western is new, and hadn't done this before you and I arrived on the scene here, and Coach Almeida and the rest of the staff seems to be pretty excited about getting this thing going, and I like it. I think it's great, and I think there's so many different things they can do here in high school. Well, one of the things that happened earlier today was the practice field was given its dedication by the district, and one of the things they were talking about was Measure K, and how Measure K is going to be one of the things that's actually going to fund the renovation here of Handel Stadium. And you know, they're talking about a new turf, because as you can see down on the field, the turf is a bit it's getting worn down there. But you know, new scoreboard, the renovation up here of the press box.
And if you notice, they filled in the track between years, last year and this year. You can tell the track is much better leveled off. After a time of like rain and everything, the track starts to like warp a little bit, almost like the opposite of a NASCAR track from the inside out. And you can see that right now it's all level. So they just did the track at some point recently. You can tell that. The cars going around the track look real nice, right? Because the track looks great right now. The field looked great all the way up until about tonight.
Yeah, you're right.
But it's still not nearly as bad like as it used to be. But you can tell over the years the parts of the field that have just taken way more of a beating. You know, there's more foot traffic there from those big boys, more weight on that ground, kicking that grass out of the ground, right?
Right. You know, this is one of those, they have the skit going on down here. This would be one of those things that would be great to have the audio, because I think there's some audio going on down there. There's a full-on skit going on with an MC that you can see them off to the left side there. It'd be great to know what's going on. I just said you guys listening to me talk, but it'd be great to see what they're doing. But it's a real-on presentation. It's not just run them out there and announce the winner. You got this whole bunch of stuff going on. It's kind of fun.
Yeah,
it's probably the most advanced homecoming thing I've seen in a long time.
Yeah, and it's kind of more intimate too. They didn't take the stands and the signage all out onto the field to do it like they normally would. They kept it here on the track, and I don't know, it's a little switch up of things, and I kind of like it.
I do too. You know what? That's a great point. Maybe that's why I'm seeing so much of it, because typically it's way out in the middle of the field, but here
and it just feels like, during halftime when they're doing that and it's way out in the middle of the field, it kind of just feels like it's not, it's going on, but it's not fully going on. Like right here, it's like in your face. Like everybody's, kind of crowding to that front of the stands to watch this closer and hear it and everything.
Yeah, it's a production. A lot of good stuff going on here at Western High School. Got to come on out here. We have a lot more fans in the stands. But this is it's neat football. It's exciting on the field and in the stands as well. And especially the food you got going in the back here too. Easily some of the best food you got here in high school football.
Oh yeah, there's a ton of options too. I just had a burger and a hot dog at halftime. Look, who's better than me?
Burger and a hot dog?
Nobody.
What about the birria tacos they got over there?
Oh, well, those I don't think are, on their house.
Oh, you must know people.
Yeah, I keep it I work hard around here, you know, and I work for food, room, and board, right? And I don't need to sleep here often, so that means when I come to eat, I expect 2 items.
Do you have a little sign that says "Will announce for food"? Is that how that goes?
Yeah.
Oh, I got it.
We'll announce for food. We'll drill a hole in the desk to put the
the cord through
for a hot dog, you know? Like,
okay.
it doesn't take much for me.
You're an easy sell there, Dustin. So we got this whole thing going on. You want to make out what that is, these cards? Can you tell what that is?
Yeah, well, what's going on right now, Ken, I think, is those are probably some tarot cards or some kind of stuff like that.
They're going to say who's going to win. There you go. Mia Kyla. Mia Kyla? Mia Kyla.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I thought some of the football
Probably
names
two
are harder.
separate names.
No, that's her first name.
Yeah, but like Mia is a name and Kyla is a name. You think it's together?
Oh, Mia and Kyle. Yeah, okay. Kyle is the king. Mia is the... Okay, I got it.
Yeah, I think they just messed up and they misspelled Kyle with an A instead of an E.
Yeah, there you go. Oh, there we go. Mia and Kyle. There we go. King and Queen. Mia and Kyle. Congratulations. They're the 2024 Western High School Homecoming King and Queen. You know, at least it wouldn't like that commercial where you got the guys painting the name in the end zone, where they're supposed to be the Chiefs and the guy forgets the I, the chefs. The guy goes, "Who's the chefs?" You know, same thing.
Same situation.
Yeah, it's kind of like that. Okay, well, we're both teams are actually just Tillers are on the field, getting ready to warm up to start the second half of football. As the Western Pioneers, they're getting ready to come out of their locker room here shortly as homecoming festivities have concluded here at Handel Stadium.
Oh, and Ken, I got a big shout out actually to make.
Let's go.
A shout out to all the girls at the El Toro Girls Flag Football Program who just took out Cypress here down the street in the first round of CIF Division II Girls Flag Football Playoffs. They came in as it's a 15 seed. Cypress was like I think a 7 or 8, and they'll be going up this Saturday against Torrance, who's the number 1 seed, 15-1.
Wow.
The interesting thing here is El Toro's 8-15, but has the 9th strongest schedule in the nation.
Oh wow.
So they've played twice Newport Harbor and twice Corona Del Mar. A few of these teams are in the top 10 nationally, and a bunch of other very tough schedules. And it all came together on Tuesday night there at Cypress, and it was nice to see them play on the new field there, to get the vibe of the new field and see some old people there that some familiar faces, Mr. Charlie Williams, and to see a friend of mine get his first playoff win in the inaugural girls flag football season. That was awesome as well.
You're talking about Nate Williams.
Yeah, Nate Williams.
All right, congratulations to Nate and the El Toro girls football team.
Yeah, and congratulations to this whole family. Just like any other sport, man, these coaches sacrifice a lot. A lot of time away from the wife and the kids, and all for the game and teaching some lessons and whatnot. And I see the adversity in girls flag football, no different than in guys flag football. What's interesting is how it's handled and how it's coached, and it's been a blessing of a game for a lot of families, and it's really awesome to see football spread to both genders. Like this game is gonna blow up. Like this is gonna be huge all the way up the food chain for college, for the NFL. I could one day see a professional women's league going on and being profitable and something that people can capitalize on.
Well, it's exciting. That's just it. Girls flag football is exciting. I've enjoyed it. And, I was kind of skeptical, but because I was skeptical, I never really enjoyed women's basketball much at all, except for in high school. Watching your daughter play, that was always fun. But when you're professionally, when I watch on TV, it just put me to sleep.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we're starting this second half as Tustin deferred, and they're going to receive this second half kickoff. Rodriguez approaches the ball. Onside kicks, takes the big hop, and I believe Western's got it. Oh, I think he went out of bounds. It took that big hop again, and Fortunately for Tustin, they were able to come up with it because I could swear we had a receiver down there on our side about ready to get that one.
Yeah, he was right there, but the Tustin guy got like a fingertip on it and just didn't deflect it, but changed the path of the ball just a hair so that they were able to come up with it. It looked like it was in our hands, but it was just out of bounds. I'm not sure.
Well, Tustin's got it 1st and 10 at their own 45-yard line, just underway here in the 3rd quarter. Esses has it. Big hole up the middle. Ball's loose! Western's got it!
And that's got to be something they've seen in film, Kent. And once again, they pull and strip that ball out from Estes on a successful run from the start, but it gets ripped out. And it looks like that's J.J. Mescu came up with the fumble recovery. Big-time play for Western football, starting here in the second half to get their, on defense, to get their offense back out on the field, to give them a chance to go get another score and their lead back in this game.
Well, that wasn't Esses. That was actually Martinez, his 2nd lost fumble of the night. And Western has it, 1st and 10, right at midfield on another turnover from Tustin. And you're right, Justin. The way the Pioneers have been stripping the ball, we have not seen this many turnovers caused by the Pioneers this season.
Together.
First defensive score of the season on that first fumble recovery. Touchdown by Makai Hayes, but wow, here we go. 1st and 10 at midfield. Trips to the right side. Thomas quickly throws. Mescu's got it, and he's going down right at the line of scrimmage. You know, that bubble screen, I don't think that's, you got to throw that one
it's
out.
Not the move.
Yeah, you got to throw that out of the playbook tonight because it's not happening.
They play too fast as a team, and their defense plays tight. They're not giving you a lot of space to run that, and you really don't have another guy out there who can set that outside block that you need for that to be a successful play against this fast team.
Thomas quickly sets up. Now he takes off running. Try to get to the outside. He goes down. You know, Thomas, you see, it's almost like when you make up his mind to go, you better go. You know, tuck the ball away, become a running back, and don't let that ball out there because they'll strip it away from you. He'll pick up 3, 3rd down and 7.
Yeah, I kind of like, at first I didn't like the decision to try to go around the other guy, and then once he got around the first guy, he slid, and I said, okay, that was pretty smart. You got to go down.
3rd down and 7. Back to passes, Thomas. He rolls to his right, sets up, throws in and out of the hands of Rojas. And that'll bring up a 4th down. A little too tall, maybe a little too hot.
Yeah,
as the ball came in there hot and high and tough to bring in.
He's running, you know, he's rolling out and has seen a lot of pressure tonight. So, though there wasn't not much pressure on that play, he's playing like there is. And he throws that ball to the receiver and just had a little too much on it. He wasn't able to come down with it.
Western keeps the offense on the field. Now they take a timeout. Actually, Tustin takes a timeout here. Their first of the half. So with 10:45 to go here in the 3rd quarter, we're all tied up at 14. We'll take a quick timeout here from actually, we're going to stay right here and get a few station IDs. Okay. Well, Tustin saw something they didn't like on defense, which is a little surprised. I didn't see a different formation coming out of there or different personnel, so I'm just wondering why.
I think just generally because it's 4th down, you know, and it's like this is kind of a crucial play for them. They don't want to allow Western the opportunity, I guess, but to you know, possibly get back up and score. Maybe you want to settle the guys down after that turnover, talk to the team, or they came out, like you said, in something you didn't like that you weren't prepared for, and you had to get a call in there.
Okay, Makai Hayes comes out of the lineup. And so the strip receiver's off to the right side. Alatorre to the left. Blitz coming. He's in trouble. He steps up in the pocket. Now he throws. Looking for Rojas. Got it! He's at the 10. The 5 down inside the 5-yard line. Christian Rojas holds it in as Western converts on a big 4th down.
And just a fantastic play there from the start by Chance Thomas. He's able to step up in that pocket seamlessly and throws that football in stride to his receiver. Makes a brilliant catch and gets tackled right on the 2-yard line. And boy, oh boy, Rojas made a huge catch there for his team.
Great drop, great pass there out by Chance Thomas. 1st and goal as Taylor's into the ball game. Handoff, Alatorre out to the right side, drives in. He's driving forward. He's close. He's in! Touchdown! Western, Malachi Alatorre.
And Alatorre with the assistance of Rojas goes in for the touchdown. A well-contested one from Tustin, but Western is back on top and in charge in this game to start the second half after a big turnover on defense. And the offense and defense going hand in hand tonight, playing ball together along with special teams. We've been doing it all three phases of the football game is what is going to be needed tonight, and so far so good.
Rodriguez on to try the extra point. Snap down, kick is up, and it is good. So with 10:08 to go here in the third quarter, Western 21, Tustin 14. That touchdown brought to you by Procon Development. Procon Development, a full-service general contracting firm that's facilitated construction projects throughout the United States for the past 27 years. Catch them on the web at www.procongc.com. And wow, that extra point is the 7th consecutive extra point. And again, we were concerned about the freshman kicker coming in there, but not only has he done an outstanding job with his place kicking, he's turned into this weapon of onside kicks that's unprecedented. I haven't seen it at any level, a kicker that's able to consistently get that kind of a bounce on an onside kick, and we'll see. I'm expecting to see another one coming up here shortly.
Yeah, I mean, this might be a situation in which try to catch them off guard and kick it deep and give your defense some space to play on, because they did just get scored on, right? Late in the second half. They got to stop, so you want to monitor, but I'm not sure. There's a game plan going into this, and if your game plan is you told them you're going to do it every time, then you're going to do it every time.
Gabe's standing offside here. He's standing at the 49-yard.
He's way offside.
I mean, right in front of the official. And there's the flag. Okay. Guys looking back at the official. Hey, look, you see that 50-yard line? You're supposed to be behind it. Oh, sorry about that. Okay, so we'll kick off from the 45.
And this actually helps. This now, even if you were going to kick it deep, now you onside it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
You just got the extra yards.
I mean, he's standing way offside. You say, well, yeah, but ref, you're supposed to tell me. Dude, your back's to me. All right. Rodriguez moves it up 5 yards, and see what we can get done here. Middle of the field. The freshman approaches the ball, boosts to the right side. Ball is taken right at the 44-yard line as Tustin came up to grab that one, and sure-handed pulls that one in there. Recovered out there by Jalen Gay. I want to say he's the son of one of the coaches I spoke to from Tustin earlier before this ball game. He used to coach with Coach Antonio Pierce over at Poly High School. Coaching the defensive backs over there for Tustin. Okay, 1st and 10. Tustin. They got it at the 44. Edwards stays in at quarterback. Motion man comes. Turn handoff. Estes has a big hole. Still on his feet. He's headed for pay dirt. No one's stopping him unless they got a rocket tied to their back. As Estes breaks it off, takes it the distance, 57 yards for a touchdown. And just like that, Tustin's right back in business.
And Estes is extremely impressive, Kent. No doubt, but it's also the scheming of that play. It's something's going on there in the backfield, the way they scheme up that play. I'm still kind of trying to figure it out. I haven't really seen that kind of style of what they're doing back there.
Yeah, he just turns and hands it off to him. The guy just takes it the distance. I think that's a scheme.
No, well,
joking.
Right. Sounds easy. But
yeah, turn to give
like the timing of the play is interesting. Where they get him the ball at, the point at where he's taking the handoff, and the timing of the play itself is pretty interesting. They've got their own little unique thing going the way they run the football.
The hole is just huge.
Huge, and that's the little hesitation. A little bit of that hesitation is what I think, leaves those big holes. I mean, we are over pursuing on the front side, and therefore it's leaving the backside open for them to cut right into and run into the end zone.
Well, Tustin has to take its second timeout of the half, as they had a little trouble with the extra point.
Right, and in a tight game, those timeouts really come in handy. So It's kind of nice for us that Tustin's already had to waste 2 of them. Or not waste, I wouldn't say. I'd say strategically take 2 of them very early in the second half.
Okay. I have a feeling that I got a little shout out there from your former teammate, Jordan McKell, calls me up on the phone. Tell me the Dodgers had a walk-off Grandy.
Oh my gosh. What an amazing night, huh?
It is.
It's 2-2 at halftime, and they got a walk-off grand slam.
20, going for 2 here. Direct snap to Esses, and he goes in, and Tustin takes its first lead of the ball game, 22-21, as it's the Esses show.
Very much so. It's the Esses show.
Okay. Well, I tell you what, that silenced the crowd here pretty quickly.
And over in the rest of the league, we got El Medina and Capital Valley tied right now at 21-21. And then after Cypress was up 14-7 on Trevego Hills to start the game, they're now losing 35-14. They've lost their oomph, and Trevego's got that one in hand.
Well, El Medina and Capital Valley, that's a big one here. Well, let's see if Western can bounce back here, as Tustin will be going for 2 from here on out as they lost their kicker. One of those good news, bad news things. And I'm not sure if they're trying to give Martinez some extra work, because he really hadn't, the other running back for Tustin, as he really hadn't been a big time carrier for them, but had some 2 critical fumbles here that led to scores. As the ball's dribbled on the ground, picked up by Alatorre, breaks a tackle, and still on his feet. Malachi Alatorre still going, and he gets knocked down right at the 25-yard line. That's where Western will take over. 1st and 10.
Alatorre does not go down easy.
No, even on that touchdown run, he was hit right at the line of scrimmage at the 2 and was able to power through some big guys there for Tustin, using his lower body and his leverage to bully his way in for the touchdown. His 10th on the ground this season. Well, Justin, Chance Thomas has to put the team on his shoulders a little bit here and make some great decisions, as his last pass, that big 4th down play to Rojas, was huge, and he just put it right on the money.
What do you want for drink?
Thomas sets up, quickly throws, and looks like it was knocked away, intended out there for J.J. Amezcua. But I have a pretty good idea that bubble screen is at least what isn't going to show up the rest of the night, because they threw downfield on that one.
Yeah, but both Malachi Alatorre and J.J. Amezcua both ran the same out route to the same general area. A little confusing there who that ball was going to. And that comes on 1st down out of an empty set. So you're guaranteeing them on 1st down that you're going to throw the football. You're dictating to the defense, yes, I'm throwing the football.
Well, Alatorre stays in the backfield with him as Bunchy Young goes in motion. Handoff to Alatorre. Right side he goes. Picks up a nice pickup there down near the 30-yard line. Nice block there on the outside by J.J. Amezcua. But that'll make this a much more makeable 3rd down. 3rd down and 5 at the 30-yard line.
Malachi Alatorre got to that edge with a great amount of speed and went in there with evil purposes as a tackler tried to meet him in the middle, and he gave the tackler the better side of that.
Yes, he would.
Trying to get him to jump. Ball's on the ground. Yeah, boy, Thomas tried to a little trickery and wasn't expecting the ball to come back that quick. I have a feeling that the center may have had a little bust there. Thomas was trying to get him to jump offside, and that went thwarted.
Really a
Tustin
bad
had to
time
put
for
this
mistake.
one away. Absolutely was. His momentum is shifted to the team in red, the Tustin Tillers. Rodriguez has that ball. Going to be teed up right at the 40-yard line when they get that snap in. The unconventional, we'll call it a punt. But it's a free kick. Boy, if Tustin could get any kind of rush, it's trouble. As he gets it away, high kick, it's returnable. He's at the 40 at midfield. He's at the 40. He's at the 35, still on his feet. Still on his feet inside the 30-yard line, as that didn't quite go the way that the Pioneers wanted it to. As Trey Brown was able to take that big return on that one. I mean, you almost want to kick it.
The freshman
out
just
of
doesn't
bounds.
have, he doesn't quite have a leg on him yet where he can actually kick that, like a real field goal kicker into the air with some hang time on it and let your guys get down there and,
Yeah,
if you can get that extra distance with some longer hang time, it works out nicely for you because you get down there into coverage very, very well and easily, and you get more distance out of it than you would out of a typical punt. But if you can't do that, then it makes it a tough play. If they catch it on the run, you're in a bad spot.
You are in the hurt locker. 1st and 10 at the 30. Fly sweep end around. Goes one of my favorite names in football, Montrevian Cushenberry, as he gets a first down on the end sweep. That's the first time we called his name tonight.
See that time, that was J.J. Mesco coming down from the safety spot and whiffed there on the tackle, but that's what I'm talking about, Ken. He did it with bad intention. He came down and he forced it. He didn't slow up. He forced it, so the running back had to cut in. Now, there was nobody there. Once again, once he makes the cut. So you're getting the first guy to the spot is he's doing the textbook play, and he should try to be able to make that tackle too, right? But where's the second guy at? That's kind of the question,
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line of Western. 7:34 and counting here in the third. Handoff Esses. Hitting the backfield. Able to struggle forward for a couple there, as the hole was definitely closed there quickly by the Pioneer defense.
That's what we like to see from the Pioneer defense, all working together, keeping that line of scrimmage where it's at or pushing it back and making a tackle on the running back. 4 or 5 guys getting a hat on there as they make the tackle.
You see Jacob Taylor in there, big physical linebacker for the Pioneers, in there to restore order.
Not a small guy.
2nd down and 8 from the 18-yard line, as the PA announcer just announced the Dodgers doing the walk-off Grandy. Esses gets it, hit the backfield, still on his feet, and down right at the line of scrimmage.
You see that kid that sets that same setup as that play that they broke earlier, where he's turning around and faking the handoff to the back running back and then handing it to the inside running back. So there's a little confusion in the backfield as you're coming in there as a defender that makes you hold up. It's almost kind of like a starburst going on down there.
Well, it's like, in that case, you got to tackle everything.
Yeah, you tackle everything.
Yeah,
correct. But all it takes
is guy's the right guy.
When all it takes is one person to hang out on the backside, and that guy doesn't have the ball, and he's out of his place to make a tackle on the guy who does.
3rd down, end around coming right the way. It's Brown. He's got some speed. He's headed to the pay dirt. Goes in untouched. Touchdown, Tustin. And there's a flag late. 2 flags coming in late. As looks like that's some unsportsmanlike conduct going on there by somebody. And they're pointing at somebody on the sideline. And that's a problem. You got some fan on the sideline there getting a flag. He's not part of the staff. There's just some parent down there. He has something to say.
He feels really dumb right now.
Yeah.
He's literally got the whole stadium looking at him, wondering what the heck are you doing here, buddy? He's in the box that nobody can be, and the players aren't even over there. You really shouldn't even have media right there, to be honest with you.
Well, you can have media because they're media, and they have some, they could be there. It's a dead ball foul. They're going to get unsportsmanlike wait. Okay, so the official pointed towards Tustin, but they're going to enforce it at the kickoff. And they got a parent, and he's getting escorted out of the area by the people that saying, "What are you doing there on the field there, buddy?" Anyway, the official once again pointed at Western on the unsportsmanlike conduct.
I mean, I just
Wait. Okay, so unsportsmanlike conduct. They're moving the ball back 15 yards. Now, I want to say this is going to be the touchdown. I think the touchdown still counts. And this is the 2-point conversion. Okay. So 2-point conversion is we got an unsportsmanlike conduct against Tustin. Back to pass he goes. That's Edwards. Steps up into the pocket and throws low and incomplete. And that two-point conversion fails. So with 6:02 to go here in the third quarter, Tustin 28, Western 21.
That was a good job there by Aiden Luna. He was the one that got his paw up and got a hand on that football as the quarterback was releasing it, forcing that ball to sail incomplete.
Yeah, that was kind of interesting.
Not sail, just die into the ground, really.
Well, here's the thing. When I'm just wondering, when you have people on the sideline, can somebody on the sideline get a flag? And
Yes.
I don't know why. How do you? So if I went over, let's say I decide to go to the Tustin, if I were a Western guy, I go to the Tustin sideline and spout off. As a parent on the sideline, well, I could apply against that. Espionage, right?
Yeah, espionage. Well, it's on you. It's on your, whoever's down there with you to keep that sideline patrolled.
Well, what I'm saying though is that so wouldn't you put spies over there?
Yeah.
It's conspiracy theory. It's election time. It's election time. I heard all of them.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, Takanori Harris kicks this line drive kick. High hop taken by Alatorre. He's at the 30. Still on his feet. 35. Gets to the 40-yard line. Bullies his way out to the 42-yard line. Great run there by Malachi Alatorre. And Western has it in good shape at their own 42-yard line with 5:54 to go. Here in the third quarter, Tustin has the lead, 28-21.
You gotta love that type of return there from Malachi Alatorre, simply because he makes a decision and he goes. It's there's no hesitation when he's running. He's working in a tight spot, but he's running full speed and he's getting as many possible yards and dodging as many guys as he can. But a good, successful special teams play there to start his offense in a good field position.
Empty backfield here for the Pioneers. Thomas quickly sets up throws, right side complete. Bunchy Young has it, and goes nowhere. Yeah, Justin, to your point earlier is, when you announce what you're going to do and you're going empty, not only are you empty, but you're coming out of it quick. So
when you got nobody going vertical, you're running short routes, and you're running short routes. They know that the running back, quick screen pass is coming, or that a bubble screen is coming. Like, there's just not a whole lot going on. You're isolating one player, and you really, execution-wise, have to be absolutely phenomenally perfect in that play for it to work against a really strong team.
Well, on that tackle, there was a personal foul blow to the head against Tustin, and that will move the ball out to the Tustin 42-yard line as Pioneers get bailed out on that one. 1st and 10. That's quickly on the ball again. Alatorre, offset to the right, Bunchy Young to the left. There goes in motion. Take the hand off Alatorre, trying to runs through one tackler, and turns a whole lot of nothing into something as he gets out to the 38-yard line. We've been doing some following up a little bit with yards after contact. And I'll tell you what, Malachi Alatorre and his yards after contact are incredible. He is incredible with the amount of yards he gets. You're not bringing him down with the first tackle. It doesn't matter who you're playing.
Every game.
2nd down and 6. Thomas back to pass. Blitz coming, sets up throws. Oh, in and out of the hands of Mesqua and into the hands of Bunchy Young. And boy, that was fortunate as Mesqua let it go through his hands, and Bunchy Young right there to pick it up. And that'll bring up a 3rd down. Pass goes to the completion to Young at the 34-yard line. 3rd down, 3. Thomas trying to get him to jump. That did go through his hands, right?
Yeah, I think it actually went through the defender's hands, kind of how I saw it. I think the defender jumped the ball. Not positive, though.
3rd down, 3. Thomas looks left. He's in trouble. Down he goes. Flag comes in late in the defensive secondary. Usually that's going to be on the defense for some kind of a hold in the secondary. So let's check this out. As Thomas just got thrown down like a rag doll.
Yeah, I believe so. I think Chance saw that he had a guy where he wanted him. He tried to get that one extra second he needed for that guy to get the separation, and then the pocket collapsed on him.
So there was defensive holding there in the secondary, and that'll move the ball 10 yards from the line of from the original line of scrimmage, and that'll give Western a first down. As this drive is certainly penalty aided by the Tustin Tillers. Well, the Pioneers will take it anywhere they can get it. 1st and 10. They've got it at the Tustin 25-yard line. 4:14 and counting here in the third. Tustin leads 28-21. Thomas has trips to the right side. Handoff Alatorre. Goes up the middle. Getting pushed. He's still getting pushed. God, he gets up to the 20-yard line. Nothing but a guts run there by Malachi Alatorre.
Sophomore guard Dylan Johnson just putting the battery in his back and pushing him forward for an extra 3 yards at the end of that play.
2nd down and 5. Thomas quickly throws to Alatorre, goes incomplete as he got a lot of pressure coming from the left side, and he got rid of it quickly. Otherwise, he had Alatorre kind of down the sideline a bit, but the ball, he just couldn't get rid of it in time.
That's a good coverage play there by Jaden Perez as well. The senior coming up, I think, in coverage there from linebacker position. And yeah, 21 back. I like that play design, and we just sailed that ball a little bit. Malcolm was able to come up with it.
3rd down and 5. 3 receivers bunched to the right side. Blitz coming. Thomas steps up in the pocket. He's in trouble. Flips it away. Alatorre's got it. Goes over the shoulder to Malachi Alatorre. He drives forward. He's going to be close to the first down as he pulls a Baker Mayfield, Patrick Mahomes over the shoulder, gets rid of the ball, and Alatorre's able to get it, take it very close to the first down. Just going to be just short. Wow, what a play.
Yeah, that time Tustin got 5 guys on pressure, 2 guys off that left side, and they had it right in his face. He was able to flip it out with some quick thinking to Malachi Alatorre and give himself a chance here on 4th down.
4th down and 1. We'll see if Coach Davison runs this play or takes a timeout to talk it over. As the clock's winding, 3:13 to go here in the third quarter. Critical point of this ball game right here, right now. As Coach Davis is letting it wind down, I'm pretty sure he's going to take a timeout here. Yeah, there he goes. That had timeout written all over it, Justin. You know, they're just the way they're going.
Start to clamor a little bit, and it's like, hey, this is not something to be mad about. This is something to check your own football IQ about, dude.
Yeah, I mean that's one of those. I guess I got the right guy. That's a Patrick Mahomes type of throw, right? Kind of over your shoulder. I mean, it's one of those.
Look like a no-look alley-oop in basketball.
Exactly. That's like what you do with the ball. He's
like, dude, I'm gonna get sacked again right now, and this is not looking good. I'm like 8 yards back behind the line of scrimmage, and my running back just happens to be right there, so why not?
Yeah,
we flipped it out to him.
We have a little technical difficulties going on right now for those of you listening in. We'll get this figured out here shortly. When we come back, it's 4th and 1. 2:58 to go here in this outstanding ball game here from Handel Stadium. Big Delta League contest. On 4th down and 1 from the 16-yard line of Tustin. 7-point lead for the Tillers as Western trots back onto the field. Let's see, I don't see Thomas in at quarterback. Direct snap to Alatorre. He's pulling forward. He's got the first down. He had to get to the 15. And the way the official's coming in from this side, I believe he's got it, and he does. Malachi Alatorre gets the first down when the Pioneers needed it. Big first down for Western.
Extreme effort play, and that time the Pioneers bringing in 2 fullbacks. That's Eric Lopez getting in there and helping provide just enough push along with the heart of Malachi Alatorre to make that work and pick up the first down by the hair on his chin.
Makai Hayes checks into the ball game. He splits off into the slot to the right side. Thomas trying to get him to jump. He's got to get Noah Giddens in his ear to show him, okay, man, this is how you do this. Alatorre offset to the right. Thomas rolls out to his right. He's in trouble. Takes off running, and down he goes. Oh, slam to the ground. Oh, my.
Oh, no.
Hope he gets up after that one, as he just got suplexed to the ground, and he's hurt. Thomas was just thrown to the ground on that play. Was able to stand up. Maybe got the wind knocked out of him. Hopefully that was it.
It was kind of like lifted up by his legs and then power drive through the ground.
Yeah, I mean, looks like he's holding his right shoulder. And hopefully that's not the issue, because that's what got injured last time around. He takes his helmet off and throws it in frustration. You know, that's what it is.
Oh, yeah, he just went to grab for it.
Yeah.
Timeout time. So Coach Davidson's taking a second right now to have a conversation with Chance. And, it looked like he was going to walk. He was walking towards off the field. They called the timeout. Chance is keeping himself in the game.
Well, with Noah Gibbons, the backup quarterback, out for the season, we're looking at a whole lot of Wildcat if Thomas can't go. And I don't know. The way, I don't know if J.J. Amesto, what he's doing to his helmet. Looks like he was rubbing some juju on it or something. Like, I don't know. Was it that they go at Sana Felipe? I think that's what he's doing to his head. So anyway, let's hopefully Thomas can go. I gotta teach you some Spanish here, Justin. This is important
Spanish,
stuff.
man.
You know Sana Felipe?
I've heard your son say it, but I don't know.
Oh, did he really? Oh my. Okay, Thomas trots back out there. All righty. Second down.
For the first time in high school football, Ken, I think I see a guy down there on the sideline that's wearing one of the helmet diapers.
Oh, yeah, I do. Helmet diapers?
Yeah, what do they call it? The one in the NFL that they want Tua to wear?
Oh, okay.
You know, the one that Jonathan Taylor wears. The pad on top.
Oh, the pad on top. Yeah, no, Western used to. I mean, not Western. Huntington Beach used to wear that all the time.
Yeah, we have a guy on the sideline wearing one.
Yeah, I see him. Actually, that's Costanza. Costanza, he had a concussion just recently. That's why he's been out a few games and back on as he's got that helmet protector there.
Helmet guard, right?
Helmet guard, yeah. Yeah, you see that? I saw the first time I saw that was Huntington Beach. They had guys out there. It looked like big mushrooms on top of their head. But yeah, I don't know how effective those things would be.
Yeah, at first they looked real ugly to me, and then I got used to them real quick. So I don't know. I mean, it seems like it's going to be a part of the game at all levels, right? Might as well get used to it.
Yeah, you think they'd do it on the inside, though?
Well, it is on the inside. Pretty much the same thing as what's on the outside. It's just, I guess, making it like an Oreo cookie rather than just the middle of the Oreo, or like two sides. I don't know how to say it, but you've got padding on the outside of the helmet, padding on the inside of the helmet. So,
well, if it's padding is padding, so why not put it on the inside?
But there's a piece of metal in the middle there, right? And when two pieces of metal clash, that's metal on metal. It's the physics of it is a heavy artillery crash. But when two pieces of metal that are covered by some type of small padding clash, there's a lot less to that clash.
I love it. We get physics in Western football at the same time.
I mean, I'm just guessing, right?
No, hey,
I'm
you know what?
not an expert,
That sounds good to me. That'll work for me, Justin.
Yeah, that's called street physics or something like that. Like everyday man's physics. It's not real physics like you'll learn here at a great school like Western.
Works for me. Alatorre in as the Wildcat quarterback. Gets to the right side, trying to get the corner. He's got a little bit of room out there as he took it near the 10, and Chance Thomas does come into the ballgame because he did have to sit out for that because of that, that injury. Anytime you got to stop the play, you got to come in.
You got to sit a play.
All right, so we got 1:30 to go here in the third quarter. 3rd down and 8. The ball is at the Tustin 14-yard line. Western trailing 21-28 here late in the third quarter. Knocking on the door. Two receivers on either side of the formation. Thomas back to pass. Got time. Looking for Mezcua. Intercepted! Into the end zone and coming out the other way. Got a lot of room in front of him. One man to beat. He's got him. This is going to be... Oh, no. He's pulled down. Chance Thomas pulls down the person that intercepted that pass. And that was Montravian Cushenberry coming up big. Turning away a big-time drive as Thomas short-armed that one a bit, as Amesco was deep behind him, and Cushenberry comes up with a big play and takes the ball all the way down to the Western 35-yard line.
A couple of notes on that play, Ken. I think you're right on the dot with that short arm call because I don't think that's how he meant to throw the football. I think he got a little kinky there, kinked arm, and the way he threw it, it came out wrong for sure, and it hung a little bit there, and it wasn't that same touch he usually has on it to JJ. But he did make a fantastic tackle on the back end of that to save a touchdown.
Handoff Esses. Up the middle he goes, and the defense is right there.
Malik had the ball in his hand.
He does have the ball in his hand.
And the whistle was after he already had it in his hand.
I think it'll be one of those things where if they don't see the ball come out, it's not a fumble. And they didn't see the ball come out. But, you know, I didn't hear the whistle go.
No.
Yeah, Alex Torrey definitely had the ball.
And that's a huge play right there. Like,
as it is.
They didn't even bat an eye. The referees didn't even bat an eye on it.
Yeah.
So they must see something better than we see it right now. They're very close to the field, so we'll have to take their word for it.
As we're down to 20 seconds to go here in this third quarter. Second down and 8. And there's a whistle to stop play. There's a flag, as I think we've got to delay a game against Tustin. So that'll move it back 5.
But yeah, I think Chance definitely want that throw back. That's one that he hits with relative, I wouldn't say ease, but relative consistency to his guy, JJ. I think that first pass back after taking a big hit just came out wrong for him.
Second down and 13. 11 seconds to go here in the third quarter. 28-21, Tustin. Edwards back to pass, looks, throws complete. Over the middle, inside the 25-yard line. That's enough for a Tustin first down. They'll stop the clock momentarily until they wind it, and then they'll switch ends of the field.
And the last thing Ken I wanted to say was, you know, in a bad situation, you know, you're going down there trying to score, you throw an interception, right? You know, many quarterbacks out there, talented guys, many talented players in general, won't go and make that effort like he did to speed up and make that tackle. That's probably the fastest I've ever seen Chance run in his life. And he caught him behind to make that tackle, and it was just nice.
Okay, the end of 3. Tustin 28, Western 21.
Pop quiz, we're going to do the quickest way to a $25 gift card. What was the last year that the Pioneers beat Tustin? Once again, what was the last year that your Western Pioneers beat Tustin? Go ahead and give us our answer there on YouTube or on MixLR. And the first person to answer that correctly will have a $25 gift certificate to Keno's.
Okay, first and 10 Tustin. They've got it at the Western 23. Esses gets it. Stutter step. No, Tustin. Back the other way. Got down inside the 5-yard line. They gave the ball out there to Montravian Cushenberry as they're trying to pay him off for that big interception as Cushenberry is able to get the ball down inside the, actually they mark him down out of bounds at the 6 on this end around. Fake me out for sure.
It's like a triple option back there, Kent.
Yeah, I didn't see him coming around at all.
Now you see what I'm talking about with that stuff going on back there. It's confusing if you've never played against it. I've never seen this iteration of this style of offense.
First and goal Tustin as they look to extend this lead. 2 receivers off to the right. Esses the lone setback. Esses trying to pick his way through, gets stopped short at the 3. Second down and goal.
Well, Western's defense continuing to battle here. They're knowing right now In the current situation, they really, really got to keep points off the board. And this is, the type of situation where it's 4-down territory because they don't have a kicker. So they got 3 more downs to make it 4 yards. They already burnt the first down, and now Western will try to make a stop.
Tustin looking to make this a 14-point switch as Western was knocking on the door, and that big interception by Cushenberry made a deal. Sets up throws, complete, touchdown. Tustin's got it.
That was just great timing on that play. Great timing from the defense. Blitz by Malachi Alator. I thought he was going to get to the quarterback. Quarterback releases that ball quick. Throws it to his inside receiver on a slant route. And we had tight coverage there, but he squeezed it in the window and makes a touchdown catch.
Trey Brown on the receiving end of that one from Edwards. And Tustin now with a 2-score lead, having to go for 2 here as they lost their kicker, and there's a timeout on the field. That's the final timeout of the game for Tustin. Hopefully that looms large as we head on down the road here. But that's a tough one. Only the second interception of the season there for Chance Thomas comes at such an inopportune time. And I think you're right, Justin. What it was is his first pass coming back in there after taking a big hit, shook him up, and came up with the arm didn't have nearly the velocity he had as Amezco was behind him and open.
Imagine throwing the football with somebody just gave you a dead arm, like they just gave you and you are. Maybe you're aware that you had a dead arm 5 minutes ago, but you're not still kind of aware that it's dead. Like, that's how he threw it. He threw it, and it came off like he usually has a very beautiful full throwing motion. This, like you said, you called it in real time. You said it was like a half throw. And it's the side angle that he threw it at for that throw was really awkward. It did not come out right. And you could tell the way he touched it afterwards is like, what? That wasn't it.
Yeah, anyway, going for 2 here. Estes direct snap. Now he hands it off, and nothing doing as Western stays home and makes a play.
And that's actually a big deal right there, making that tackle, because they've been consistently getting those 2-point conversions. And right now, instead of putting it into a 3-score game, if they get that 2-point conversion right,
It'd still be a 2-score game.
No, if they got that 2-point conversion right now, it'd be 36-21.
Yeah, still be a 2-score.
Well, 2-score game, technically with 2. Okay, you're right. Touche. Don't ever argue with a former referee, all right?
Math, it's that whole math thing I got going on.
It's the Excel sheet. We call this guy the sheet. The sheet.
We really
step into my office, sir.
Let me show you.
Time to meet with the sheet.
That's funny.
When there's a problem at CIF, you know who CIF calls? The sheet.
That's funny.
It's only a few guys that they'll call.
Well, a week from Sunday, I'll be on the ball game.
Are you gonna go do your live playoff show with Sunset Rewind like you do yearly?
I am. I'll be there a week from this coming Sunday. Okay, the winner. Okay, we're gonna need to get your name there, Starksy, as he got the correct answer. 2007 was the winning team. As Bunchy Young takes the kickoff and pulled down right at the 27-yard line. Got to get your contact information. It was 2007. Okay, Nick. Nick got to get. Tell you what. Reach out to us. Send an email out to westernpiofootball@gmail.com and send me your contact information so you can get your $25 gift card to Kino's Restaurant in Anaheim Hills. Thanks to Mr. Almeida for bringing that up because we don't have the YouTube chat in front of us.
I said it confidently like I did.
I know.
This is what you do when you have a production crew, right?
Yeah, exactly.
You just say stuff confidently.
We have a crew now. 1st and 10, Western.
Be advised.
Thomas sets up throws. In and out of the hands of Bunchy Young as that ball just got wrestled away from him. Bunchy's going to want to spend some time in the weight room this season. He's got the speed, he's got the frame. He just got to get a little more of that strength going on to really capitalize on what his tools could be. 2nd down and 10. Western trailing 34-21 now. Thomas, straight back. He's in trouble, spins away from pressure. He's got time. Sets up and throws, complete. J.J. Amesqua's got it. It's going to be stopped short of the sticks. As they got him marked down right at the 34-yard line to bring up a 3rd down and 3.
That's Chance Thomas rolling out and avoiding pressure for about 15, 20 yards before releasing that football to J.J. Amesqua, who was able to pick up some positive yards.
Big 3rd down here, handoff. That's Alatorre, still pushing his way forward. He's got the 1st down. Malachi Alatorre hitting the backfield. Looked like he's going to be stopped for about a 2-yard loss.
Yeah, it did.
And he keeps it going.
And it just stands out, Kent, that he continues to do this every game, pretty much every time he touches the ball, and especially every time that he gets stuck in a bad situation in the backfield. He will find a way to squirm out of it.
1st and 10 Western. They've got it at the 36-yard line. Thomas back to pass. He's in trouble, scrambles forward, and he goes down, taken down there by a big dude after picking up 2 yards. That big dude is Jeremiah Williams. He's 6'2", 320 pounds, sophomore from Tustin. 22 is usually a running back's number, or maybe a linebacker. This dude's huge.
I noticed there a lot of pressure there on Chance Thomas, but he steps up in the pocket. I'm wondering if he wants to flush out to the outside here and there too and switch it up just a little bit, because they are really zoned in on how they're rushing him tonight.
Clock's winding. We're at 9:19 and counting. Thomas quickly sidearms it over to Amesqua. He's got it. Tried to get the outside. Now he cuts up the field a little bit at the 44-yard line. Nice bit of running there after the catch by J.J. Amesqua. He gets out to the 44-yard line right in front of our vantage point here on the southern sideline here at Handle. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and 2. Clock's winding at 8:54 to go here in the 4th quarter. Tustin up by 2 scores. Thomas sets up, throws over the middle. It's caught. Christian Rojas has it. 1st down, Western.
That's a great job by Chance Thomas. Waiting for Rojas to clear out there and getting the ball to him for the 1st down right at the sticks. Nice play call there as a big side of the field there on the left side. We got all the motion going the right way and then threw back left. We're able to pick up 1st down.
1st and 10. As Tustin came across the line of scrimmage on that one. And Chance Thomas starting to work on his hard count skills now.
Do you see he didn't ever slap his hands there? That wasn't I don't think that guy jumped because of the hard count. I think he jumped like really trying to time it. And
so it wasn't cadence? Okay.
Well, I'm not saying for sure. I'm saying that you see how he jumped and he never clapped his hands. And on the ones that he fakes and he claps his hands, it never works because he doesn't do it normally.
1st and 5. Thomas looking for it all. Looking for J.J. down the side. Incomplete. Tight coverage there. Catchable. But just a nice bit of coverage out there and goes incomplete.
J.J. was looking for a flag on the end of that one, and I think that was clean coverage there for Tustin.
I agree.
That one needed just a hint of air on it a little bit more because he ran under that football and just barely sailed over his hands or went through his hands.
Trey Brown defending that pass. 2nd and 5. Thomas steps up in the pocket, rolls out to his left, flag on the play, and he gets stopped right at the line of scrimmage, but they're going to get Western for holding on that one.
Yeah, and they're just giving, right now this offensive line is giving Chance Thomas a really tough job. He is, the second he hits that 3rd step of his pass drop there as a quarterback, and he sets that foot, it's like there's already pressure in his face, forcing him to step up into the pocket.
That'll move him back 10 from the line of scrimmage. Here's a line from that line of scrimmage back into Pioneer territory. So that'll bring up a 2nd down and 15. We're replaying 2nd down. from the Western 43. 7:56 to go here in the fourth quarter. Tustin, 34-21. Justin, one of the things about Tustin is, they're going to be a Division III playoff team here. More on that in just a second. Tustin brings the pressure, flags on the play. Let's see what happened here. Illegal procedure against Western. As I was saying, Tustin's is going to be a Division III playoff team. They're hanging with these guys. And Western, as the season were to start today, they would be a Division VII team. So they're not going to see anybody like this in the playoffs. And it's going to give, with the type of competition they've had so far in league, except for the Cypress game, all the other teams are going to be in divisions much higher than the Pioneers. Thomas, back to pass, breaks free, and he slides down awkwardly, right just past the line of scrimmage.
Definitely an awkward slide there. It's a very short.
I'm not really for the slide, by the way. I think I mentioned that before. I think that slide, you can get awkward, you give yourself up, you get hit.
You rip your ACL off.
Yeah, I mean, you dive. Easy for me to say. I'm up in the booth.
Well, he is a short slide. He always puts one leg under the other. You got to slide with both feet if we're going to slide.
Big third down here. 4 down country for sure. Setting up a screen. Complete. Bunch of Young's got it. Trying to get to the outside. He's got some blocks. He gets to the outside. He's at midfield. Steps out of bounds right at the 49-yard line. That's going to bring up a 4th down and a much more makeable 8 yards. As Bunchy Young steps up and makes a big play there for the Pioneers after being kind of hemmed in back there and doing a nice job weaving through traffic to get out to the outside.
I believe that's only Bunchy's second catch at the reception of the night. Both of them were important receptions. That time just making something out of nothing.
Big 4th down play here with 6:42 to go here in this ballgame, or in the 4th. And Western jumped this time. We're not going to give the right tackle a call, but anyway, he moved. As what was coming up was you had Tustin faking a blitz and caused our tackle to move a little bit. Tustin was going to bring the house, so again, they were going to do it there on 3rd down and 8. You know they're going to come on 4th down and 4th down and 8. They're coming on 4th down and 13. So you know they're coming, Justin. What are you calling? Hit JJ.
What I call on the defense, better I can tell you what I call on the offense.
Go JJ. Exactly. JJ. Going to JJ. Come on, JJ. Get there. Can't get there as the ball's over his head and incomplete. And Tustin will take over on downs. Yeah, that's the one where you want to put a little air on it.
Got to put air on it.
But you know who was wide open in the middle of the field? Jaden Reyes. Reyes broke free right in the middle of the field. And he was going for JJ the whole way.
That was the one play where we had no pressure on us either. They didn't rush 5, they rushed 3.
Yep.
So it's just tough cookie. I mean, that's the pressure the rest of the game that's getting to him, make him push that out like he did so quick. But I think, like I said, a little bit more air on that football gives JJ a chance to go get that bad boy.
Well, Western has 2 timeouts left. Clearly needs some stops here. As Esses gets it, trying to make this ball game go away. As he gets inside the 40-yard line to the 39. Come away impressed by Esses, but I got to tell you tonight, I'm impressed by the way the Western Pioneer defense has stood up and played this ball game tonight. They've done a better job of tackling tonight. Actually, the past 2 games than they have pretty much all season.
I agree.
It's easy for me to say, but we're looking at a 34 point, giving up 34 points. But in reality, you got a great running back there that's pretty tough to stop, and they did a nice job against him. End around again to Cushenberry, and he's taken right at the 39-yard line. Alatorre got his paws on him and stops Cushenberry for a 1-yard gain on that one.
Well, you have to take into consideration, too, on the 34 points, give up 34 points, right? One of those interceptions went all the way down there to, red zone. Was a score after that, and not just that, but we've been onside kicking all night, so we've given our defense short field after short field. Something that, maybe we kept a couple extra points off the board if we're kicking it.
But, they've been long runs on those counter plays or those misdirection plays, those runs that has really caught Western off guard. And it wasn't really a function of not swarming the ball. It was misstep. I don't know. The coaches will figure it out on film, but something that Tustin did a really nice job there. Estes again. Breaks the tackle. Right side he goes. He's got a first down and more. As Estes takes it down to the 22-yard line of Western. As we're under 5 minutes to go, and this game seems to be well in hand for the Tillers.
That was DeJon Nesby getting those big hands, what he thought was big, greedy hands on that running back, and the running back slipped right out of there and said, try again next time.
Well, Tustin now in their will likely be in their 4-minute offense. Something that Western didn't really do a good job of last week against Cyprus. Their 4-minute offense left a little bit to be desired and made that game a lot closer than it should have been. Quickly out, Cushenberry, and no gain on that as Western just swarmed to the ball. Reyes, first man there for the Pioneers.
You mean last week where they did a record 9 plays in 32 seconds?
Yeah. Yeah, and we got another injured Tiller down on the ground there. He's on his back. We hope it's not going to be too bad. We're going to take a timeout here with a word from one of our sponsors, Elevate Health.
Are you looking for an edge on your own personal health, or maybe looking to improve your client's wellness while increasing profits? At Elevate Health, we have an extensive lineup of recovery products such as hyperbaric oxygen chambers, red light therapy, cold therapy, infrared saunas, compression therapy, and more. Improve your daily recovery today with the best kept secret in the market. Call Elevate Health now at 949-271-2013 or visit our website for more information, www.elevatehealth.com.
Boy, a few little technical difficulties on my side as we missed that run there.
We're at a point where
Tackle was made by Eric Lopez, getting in there, getting some reps in there on the other side of the ball tonight.
As Western bangs its second time out of the half, bringing up a 3rd down and 8 from the Western 22-yard line. Yeah, you had one score over there that was pretty interesting. I believe it was the, not the capital, is it Trabuco Hills?
Yeah, actually.
In El Medino, right?
No, Trabuco and Cypress are in a tight one.
No, it was,
not tight, but
I thought it was El Medina
and Capo.
Yeah, that was
28-21 right now. Capo's up on El Medina.
Yeah, Trabuco, which is the opponent next week for the Pioneers right here. Next Thursday, we'll be back here to finish off Delta League play against the Trabuco Hills Mustangs.
And Cypress giving a valiant effort on the road. They seem like they had a really tough one against us, and you didn't know if they were just going to bag it up for the rest of the season after that.
Yeah, Coach Feldman had his team still battling towards the end. 3rd down and 8. Ball snap, takes a bounce, he's headed backwards, and down he goes Edwards. He's sacked back at the 32-yard line, and the flag comes in late as the official didn't like that extra push given by the Pioneers, and that's just going to be a problem. That's a real problem here. So that's going to bail out. That's going to bail out Tustin. As they get him for a sack, and then they'll go dead ball, I believe, 15 yards. Unless the official waves it off. Well, I don't know. I didn't see much of anything there. They're marking the 15. So they'll take him down to the 16-yard line, I believe, and they're still going to be short of the first down. It should be 4th down.
Yeah, it's a smart young man who understands, that he just made a mistake, and you can see that he didn't argue with nobody. He walked off the side of the field. He didn't throw a temper tantrum, but he was very, very upset with himself, and that's how you figure it out and get better.
4th down and 3 from the 16-yard line. Low snap again. Estes gets it on a delay, breaks a tackle, headed for the end zone, and he stopped at the 5, but not before he picks up another first down. First down and goal, as that should put the nail in the coffin for the Pioneers.
Oh boy, oh boy. This has been such a toughly, hard-fought battle game tonight, and the difference of just a couple plays here or there for each team so far.
Yeah, the difference, and these are things that you learn from as a coaching staff and as players, is that these are things. Imagine this is like a playoff game. You're getting an opportunity to play playoff games throughout this Delta League season. As Estes gets close to the end zone, the ball's on the ground, and let's see. I think it's a touchback.
Yep, it is. I believe so.
Western recovered the fumble, I believe.
Alatorre got on the ball, I believe. Nope.
And they do. Western has it as Estes fumbled the ball, recovered in the end zone by the Pioneers, and Western still has hope. As there's an injured Pioneer down there on the ground. That's Mekhi Hayes. He's able to get up. As Western recovers a fumble in the end zone, Estes dropped the ball. That's the 4th turnover of the ball game for Tustin.
And that's the fourth turnover that we've got back, right, Kent? Because I think the ball's been on the ground.
Yeah, Tustin's put the ball
5
on
or
the
6
ground
times.
an awful lot in this tonight's ball game, and I don't recall that being a thing for them. I think it's just a function of Western really doing a great job of stripping the ball, something that bodes well for the Pioneers as they get ready to get into playoff season. 1st and 10, Western. They've got it at their own 20-yard line. 2:56 to go. 1 timeout left. Let's see if Pioneers can make it tougher, make it closer. Thomas takes off running, he needs to get out of bounds here to stop the clock. He does smartly, crossing the 25 to the 26, but more importantly, stops the clock after picking up 6.
That's what you want to see here in this type of situation. You want to see that the training you've given your team and the quarterback and the knowledge of time, down, and distance is all being executed and practiced properly here in a real live game time situation. We definitely want to get down there and score, right? We're still looking to score right now and keep this a game, try to maybe onside and get the ball back. But, right now you're paying close attention to if all of that coaching that you've done, really has stuck and is sticking right now when it needs to make sense the most.
2nd down and 4 as one of the Tustin players has to come off because of an equipment issue. I know they're calling these knee pad things a lot closer than they used to. 2nd down and 4. Thomas back to pass. He's in trouble. Breaks out from one tackle. Sets up and throws. Complete. Alatorre's got it. 1st down and more. He's at the 40. Breaking his way all the way to the other side. Crossing midfield. And 1st down for the Pioneers. As there's an injured Tustin player down. And it was the guy that actually took Chance Thomas apart. He was laying down there on the 16-yard line. Not sure how he fell down there, but he's hurt. But I hate to see an injured player down there, but it stops the clock for Western, which they needed. As that's that big 300-pound sophomore, 320-pound sophomore, Jeremiah Williams, who's on a knee down at the 16-yard line. Well, Justin, one of the things that, the silver linings of this ball game, even though the Pioneers are still have hope, is being able to play at this level against teams that are playing in higher divisions. You can't say enough about what that will do for you in the come playoff time.
It does a lot. It instills confidence in you when you're playing those tougher teams during the playoffs. If you perceive this team right, kind of just to give you guys the layout, I think this morning we woke up and Western was 160 in California as a team, and Tustin, I believe, was 30-something, 31, 33, I'm not sure. But that gap between them is so large, right? Strength of schedule, all that stuff is so large that you head up with these guys, you led multiple times, back and forth leading. You did it behind your defense, right? Not behind the offense necessarily. The offense did score, right? But we had to score on defense as well. And our defense set our offense up to score when they did score. So it's really something there's no moral victories in football, but this isn't the type of loss where you're getting your butt chewed as a player. This is one of those losses where, like, hey, we learned a lot of really good lessons tonight, and I'm proud of the way you guys played together, and even more so proud of how intense you guys played on defense, and the success that we had on offense, and we're going to build off this for playoffs.
Okay, here we go. First down. Thomas rolls out to his right. He's in trouble. Better get rid of it, and he doesn't. Down he goes. He gets sacked back at the 45. This is one of those plays where get rid of it. You got time is a problem here. You can't hang on to it there.
You can't hang on to that ball, and
just throw it away.
Yeah, he's got to get more comfortable with the fact that when 5 guys are bringing you pressure, it means that you got 1 or 2 guys open.
2nd and 15. 2 receivers on either side of the formation. 3-man rush for Tustin. He's breaking down. He's in trouble. Now he breaks out to the outside again. He's going down again. Down he goes. That was a 3-man rush that's able to get to him, but Chance has to get rid of the ball there. I mean, it's just you can't put yourself in that kind of a situation. Got to get rid of it and live to see another play. And that's the stuff that you learn. You see it on film. You go through it. It's the experience. The game experience right now is actually way more important than the outcome of this ball game, the final score of this ball game. No, I'm not trying to find silver linings. I'm not trying to blow fluff, but this is real, because what really matters is you want to win the last game you play of the season, right? That's your CIF championship game. This game matters, but yet it really doesn't. It's not a huge game other than how did you battle in this ball game, and you battled.
Yeah, you battled at every position. You battled successfully at every position, right? Like, we've seen a lot of great wins tonight from Mark Williams. We've seen, some great pass receptions to Bunchy Young, right? Getting back on the board after having a tough week or two, right? After blowing up, right? So, super impressive tonight. A couple standout plays. One by DeJon Nesby that was impressive, and another standout play by Soatu. And then, of course, you got your everyday kind of guys, your Malachi Alatorre, your Reyes. These guys started the games off both with 2 and 3 tackles each respectively. And it's been consistent all night that we've played well together as a team. And I think we've got to the ball the best together as a team tonight as we have all season. And that's why we were in this game, this whole game.
Thomas sets up, trying to get it to Bunchy. Goes incomplete. That's going to bring up a 4th down there with a minute 44 to go.
Bit of a dangerous throw there, letting that one hang out in front of Bunchy. Safety almost came up and either make an interception or take the player's head off if he catches that ball. But I see what he was trying to do. He's got a chemistry with Bunchy. He's trying to lead him out there where Bunchy can use that spectacular speed to find some space, as we've seen him earlier. Bunchy can walk that line pretty well.
Well, they'll have an entire offseason to get that worked out, as it's just they haven't been playing much this season, and then plus you have Chance missing a few games early on, made it really tough. Here it is on 4th down. Thomas, you're gonna have to get rid of it. Throws it too tall, intended for Bunchy, and that'll do it. Bunchy he was open there for the 1st down, but Chance couldn't get it to him, and Tustin will take over on downs with a minute 36, and Western with no timeouts left. Imagine we'll see 3 kneel downs and head for home.
And I just want to say one thing, Kent. In practice, there was like a bit of a conversation going on of these guys with ice in their veins who catch everything, which is JJ, of course, and Bunchy. And there's an argument that Bunchy drops less than JJ does. These guys catch everything in practice, right?
Right.
So there's a path there for some direct huge growth for Bunchy, and we actually seen it happen his first game out against Capo, what he's capable of, right? We've seen it at other levels as well, but he's a junior and he's going to be leading into his senior year, and I think Bunchy's fixing for a huge senior year, a la a friend of mine named Ryan Samore, who was a very solid receiver his junior year and a weapon in himself, but then became dominant his senior year. And I think Bunchy has the perspective to be able to do that himself as long as he keeps working hard, and him and Chance especially keep working hard on their chemistry, because that's going to be necessary if he wants to have that type of result.
Well, Tustin getting ready to end this ball game here. Tustin will be moving to 8-1 and will finish Delta League play at home against Capital Valley for, I believe, the league championship. As you still have final score over there yet?
I'll tell you right now.
And the Western they'll be moving to 4-5 and will be back here next Thursday against Trabuco Hills. We want to thank our sponsors for tonight's ball game: Procon Development, One Pro Plumbing, Hansel Construction, Lavish Skincare, Elevate Health, Kino's Restaurant in Anaheim Hills. And the final, Capital Valley did take down El Medina, so Tustin next week will be playing for the championship of the Delta League. And in fairness, what's going to happen here for Western's taking on Trabuco Hills I'm not going to say it's a must-win game, but in order to be an automatic qualifier for an at-large berth, you need to be at 500. And Western, sitting at 4-5, is looking at a must-win game against Trabuco Hills next week to be at 500 on the season.
It would also be a win to put us in, what would that be, third place in the?
Well,
fourth place,
probably
technically.
fourth place, but its importance is you need to be an automatic qualifier.
You need that win.
You need that win. Next week is a must-win game for Western.
And guys, I want to tell you guys all to go out and watch that video of the speech Coach Davidson did before last week's game. It's on Instagram. It's a very special speech, and that was like one of those games where it was already the playoffs. You got to win if you want a chance, to go to the playoffs later on in the season, and that's what it's going to be like again next week. And these are the most exciting games, and we really got to give all of our support to our Pioneers over the next week and help push them over that hump and get one more W to guarantee our spot in the playoffs, because this team, they are really capable of running the gamut in the division in which we're currently, subsiding, I guess you'd say.
Well, okay. Well, that'll wrap things up here tonight. For Justin Conley, this is Kent McKell saying goodnight from Handel Stadium, where the Tillers take down the Pioneers 34-21. Good night now.
David